Dylan Cruz in right field batting 7th. Jose Tena gets his first start of the year at third base hitting 8th. And Jacob Young back in the lineup, center fielder batting 9th. 28-year-old Jake Irvin will make his 4th career start against the Diamondbacks. He looks for his first win. 0-2 with a 4.80 ERA. Abrams, Wood, Ruiz, Lowe, Garcia, Bell, Cruz, Tena, and Young for the Nationals with Irvin on the mound. Ryan Wills is our home plate umpire. Crew chief Lance Barksdale umpires at first. Will Little at second. Ryan Addison, the umpire, at third. 20 years ago today, the Nationals played their first game. Tonight, the Nationals look for their second win of the season here in 2025. In with the play-by-play, here's Charlie Slows.
All right, thank you, Dave. And Corbin Carroll stands in from the left side of the plate. 6 out of 27 so far. 222 average. Irvin into the wind. First pitch of the game is in there. A called strike at the knees with a fastball at 93 miles an hour. And we are underway here in the nation's capital. Irvin stands first base side of the rubber. Starts the wind of the pitch, swinging a grounder, pulled foul outside at first. That one past Dave McKay at his 12th year as the D-backs first base coach and his 41st consecutive year as a major league coach. It began in 1984 with the then Oakland Athletics. Now the 0-2 on the way, swung on, and the fastball's popped up on the right side of the diamond. Nathaniel Lowe, the first baseman, has a play, and he makes the catch for the out. And Corbin Carroll, the 2023 Rookie of the Year, is retired on the third pitch of the game. Our first pitch was thrown on time at 6:45. Our official game time temperature, 72 degrees. First pitch time and temperature brought to you by Offenbachers. Visit them in Herndon, Annapolis, Gainesville, and Rockville for a huge selection of outdoor furniture, fire pits, hot tubs, and swim spas. Now Ketel Marte stands in, switch hitter batting left-handed, and Irvin is right back there with a breaking ball in for a strike. Marte, a switch hitter from the left side. And the pitch swung on and popped up back behind the plate and to the left a bit, goes out of play. He's hitting .320 to start the year in his first 7 games, hitting in 6 of them with a double and 1 run batted in. As Dave mentioned, he signed a couple of years ago a big contract extension. They signed him to a new one. It was announced on the 2nd of April. The pitch off speed in the dirt, 1 ball and 2 strikes. 6 years and $116.5 million extension through 2031 with a player option in that final year. Now the 1-2 on the way, swung on and hit in the air to deep center, sending Jacob Young back, still on his horse, way back. It's over his head and off the angled wall, and James Wood late to break to get over there, but it looks like Marte pulling into second a bit.
Pulled up lame.
Yeah, he was limping into second as if he got a cramp or a hamstring came up and bit him, and he can barely stand on the second base bag because with that ball going off the wall like that day with his speed, he would have been on third, and he is limping off the field toward the Arizona dugout.
Yeah, that's a triple, and if Wood doesn't get over there, that's a 4-bagger. We've seen inside the park home runs take that angled bounce, and it was between first and second that grabbed him. Yeah, clearly about halfway there, he had the hitch and the giddy up, and that is a huge loss for the Diamondbacks, is not just with the 6-year contract, but this last year was one of the best players in baseball.
Last year, he had 292 and hit 36 home runs, by far a career high. He just in the league.
He just threw his helmet away in disgust. You know he's hurting pretty badly.
You know, they know when it's more than just a small jab at you. He probably knows that's a pretty good hamstring pull.
So this is going to be Garrett Hampson. He's been around the league the last couple of years. Last year with the Royals to pinch run.
He actually started in place of Marte the last game of the series with the Yankees.
A long night of travel for the D-backs. They arrived about 4 in the morning after training in from New York, and Marte gets an early exit, unfortunately for him.
So now the batter is Pavin Smith. Batting in the 3rd spot, left-handed hitter. And the pitch running in on him. He tried to check his swing at a breaking ball, but could not. That is a strike. 4 for 13 for Pavin so far in 6 games with 3 doubles and a run batted in. The designated hitter for Torey Lovullo, now in his 9th year managing the D-backs. Next pitch runs inside, and the count 1 ball and 1 strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. I mentioned top of the broadcast 2 years ago, they were a wild card team with an 89 and 73 record and went to the World Series. Now the pitch on the way, swung on, hit high and deep down the right field line, and this one is fouled into the second level, out of play. 89 and 73 last year for Arizona was not good enough. They were 88 and 78 going to the postseason in 2023. And last year, they lost on a tiebreaker with the same record with both the Braves and the Mets, and both of those teams got in. Irvin sets. Now the pitch, and it is outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
I talked with Josh Bell about that. Bell was on that Diamondbacks team at the end of last year. It was bizarre. The season ended, and the Mets and the Braves had to make up a doubleheader that had been rained out the last week of the season.
Irvin sets. Now the pitch. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. He struck him out. Irvin has his first strikeout, second out of the inning. So and then only the first game mattered.
Well, no, right.
For Arizona to get in.
No, here's what happened. They were tied, and so Arizona came to the ballpark packed for the series they were hoping to play.
Right.
And so whoever won the first game, they needed to win the second game because there had to be a sweep in the doubleheader for them to make it. Mets won the first game, Braves won the second game.
Right. So here is Josh Naylor. And the first pitch in there, a called strike.
But of course, the riddle was whoever won the first game was going to rest the majority of their
because they didn't matter for them anymore.
Right. So if the Mets didn't play their A-list players, and the Braves won game 2.
Now Irvin to the belt. Here's the pitch, and that one hit at the knees. A strike to Naylor, coming from Cleveland, in a trade for right-hander Slade Ciccone in the offseason back in December. Of the 31 home run, 108 RBI season with the Guardians last year, yet they dealt him away. Now the pitch swung on, little looper, right center field's going to fall in for a base hit. Rounding third is Hampson, and he will come in to score. Ball bobbled, Cruz up with it. Now the throw to second, the tag, and he is out at second base on the tag by C.J. Abrams. So the ball couldn't be picked up cleanly, ends up with Naylor trying to go to second, and he's thrown out to end the inning. But the Diamondbacks get a run on 2 hits, and with that, nobody's left. Middle of the first, Arizona 1, Washington coming up.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco, his 13th, and it's a 1-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Off Base is coming in a brand new format. Join Lauren Gardner and Xavier Scruggs as they explore all the baseball buzz across social media, pop culture, and around the majors. The Off Base Podcast, Sundays at 11 a.m. Eastern, only on MLB Network. The MLB Network Podcast is here. Join your favorite on-air personalities for unique perspectives, in-depth interviews, and untold stories from on and off the field. The MLB Network Podcast, presented by New Balance, Sundays at 11:30 Eastern.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right, down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app.
So if you want your milk straight from the cow, you have to go to South Mountain Creamery.
South Mountain Creamery, from the cow to the bottle, to my family and me.
26-year-old right-hander Brandon Font has just completed his warm-up tosses. We're going around the infield as the Nationals come to bat in the bottom of the first inning. And, of course, Garrett Hampson, who ran for Starling Marte, or I should say for Ketel Marte, stays in the game as the second baseman. Technically for him, it's like starting the game at second base. So here is Font, ready to go to work against C.J. Abrams. 5 for his last 12, hitting in 3 straight with 2 home runs in Toronto, and takes a pitch in there, a fastball called strike 1 at 93 miles an hour from Font, who goes 6'4", 226 pounds. Born and still lives in Louisville, Kentucky. Extreme first base side of the pitching rubber. Holding the ball in his glove. Now over the head, a full windup, the kick and the pitch. And Abrams drives it a deep right center field. No one's going to catch this one. It is gone. Goodbye. This game is tied. Into section 142 over the 14-foot 8-inch wall, about 3 rows deep. C.J. Abrams has homered 3 times in his last 4 games, RBI number 5. And we are even. Here in the bottom of the first inning, the Nationals won and the Diamondbacks won.
Eighth career leadoff homer, Charlie, first this year, and different that he didn't do it on the first pitch. He did it on the second pitch after taking a first pitch strike. But we talked about the Nationals not scoring in the first inning all year. Now they have.
Here is James Wood batting second. And Font delivers a swing and a ball tipped back into the glove of the catcher. Moreno, strike 1. Second home run allowed by Brandon Font, both to left-handed hitters. Wood 5 for 23 so far, hitting .217. Open stance, pitch to him, swung on, ground ball up the middle, just to the right of the second base bag, and the shortstop Perdomo stepped from the left side of the right side to field it. Rose to first in time to get Wood 2 away. So he was about as far up the middle, pardon me, 1 away. He was as far up the middle as you could possibly be without crossing over illegally to the right side before the pitch. So now, here is Keibert Ruiz, the switch hitter. 6 straight games he has hit to start the season. 8 out of 21 with a double and 2 homers. 5 knocked in and Font into the wide of the pitch. Swung on and fouled it off his foot of the box for strike 1. Daniel Lowe is on deck. Ricky Gutierrez coaching at third for the Nationals. Gerardo Parra on the lines at first. And their denim and light blue City Connect district uniforms for 2025. Font over the head of the wide of the pitch, swung on, ground ball toward the middle. Actually could have been caught in the air by Hampson to his right. Little floater that stayed in the air off the bat of Ruiz, and Garrett Hampson makes the play. Hampson, who spent last year with Kansas City, can be a valuable guy to have in a club because he can play just about anywhere on the field.
I'll tell you what's unusual for all the left-handed hitters, they are stacking together Suarez and Perdomo on the left side, really tight.
Yeah, way toward the middle. Here is Lowe. First pitch to him is inside with a fastball, ball 1. Daniel 7 of 23, hitting .304. 2 doubles, 2 homers, and 6 runs batted in to lead the club. Outfield is deep and touched the other way in center and left. The pitch swung on. Line drive out of the reach of Hampson, diving to his right and into right center field for a base hit. Jake McCarthy's over to get it. He'll play it back in.
So far, 4 batters in. This is kind of what we talked about in the pitching matchup segment. Got to get on Font early in the count. He's going to attack the zone, and they are in swing mode early. That was the message. They felt the Nationals were too passive and not having a good plan against the starters in the Blue Jays series.
And Nats are seeing a lot of pitches, but striking out a lot, not getting any positive results. Here's Luis Garcia Jr. trying to snap an 0 for 13. Font delivers, and he swings at the first pitch. And misses for strike 1. Off-speed delivery. Breaking ball at 85 miles an hour. Garcia 2 for 17 overall. He has a double and 1 run batted in. Appeared as a pinch hitter. Series finale in Toronto. As Ahmad Rosario got the start at second. Now Font delivers a pitch, swing and a miss, another off speed away, 0-2.
Well, right now Garcia's a little in between here, and he has swung at neither pitch in the strike zone. So there's a borderline between aggressive and over-aggressive.
It's as if here he's made up his mind to swing. Now we'll see what he does with 0-2 count. Font kicks, delivers, and Garcia takes. The next one is a breaking ball low. And Josh Naylor playing first with Garrett Hampson at second. Geraldo Perdomo, the shortstop. And Eugenio Suarez, former Cincinnati Reds, Seattle Mariner at third. Lourdes Gurriel Jr. in left. Jake McCarthy in center. Corbin Carroll in right. Gabriel Moreno, the catcher. Now the pitch. Swing and a long drive. Deep right field. Carroll's looking up. It's going, and gone. Goodbye. Into the second deck over the bullpen into section 238. Bang! Zoom goes Luis Garcia Jr. with his first home run of the year. A 2-run shot with 2 out here in the bottom of the first inning on a 1-2 pitch, a fastball, and he did not miss it. Nationals take the lead. It's Washington 3, Arizona 1.
Throw Luis Garcia a fastball at your own risk, an elevated fastball. That is his happy zone. And that pitch in the strike zone. And he did damage with it. That feels good for Luis, putting an end to that offer. For the Nationals, the offer in the first inning, long gone with 3 runs on the board.
Just what the manager wanted, some early offense. Here's Josh Bell, batting 6th in the order, the designated hitter. Former D-back swings and misses at the first pitch curveball. He's 1 for 14 right now and 2 for 22. A lone extra base hit, the 3-run homer against the Phillies last Sunday. Here's the wind, and Vaught delivers, and the pitch is well off the plate away. 1 ball and 1 strike, missing with a change. Luis Garcia Jr. snaps the 0 for 13 with authority. And Vaught starts his windup. 1-1 pitch on the way. Missing off the plate away with a fastball. It's 2 balls and a strike. Vaught was a 5th-round pick of the Diamondbacks in 2020. Bellarmine in Kentucky. And now the wind. 2-1 pitch. Bell swings and rolls it right side wide to first. It's fielded by Naylor. He'll make the flip to the pitcher covering in time for the out that retires the side. Nationals score 3 times on 3 hits, including 2 home runs, and lead after an inning. It's Washington 3, Arizona 1 on the Nationals Baseball Network.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to take an adventure with rugged capability.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco, his 13th, and it's a 1-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th-inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
KFM and HD1 Manassas and WPGC HD2 Morningside. Sports Radio 106.7 The Fan, an Odyssey Sports station.
From the Nissan broadcast booth, Charlie Slows, Dave Jackler with you. 2nd inning here in the nation's capital. Nationals have a 3-1 lead. First pitch from Jake Irvin is a fastball in for a strike to Lourdes Gurriel Jr. He's 2 out of 4 in career matchups with Irvin. Fastball swung on, fouled back 0-2. Start the year, 7 games. He's 3 for 12, 2 doubles, 2 homers, and 6 runs batted in. Last year hit .322. Not enough plate appearances to qualify for a batting title. Pitch on the way is low. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Missed some time with a strained calf in September. Almost the entire month.
What he does qualify for is Nats killer status. .403 career batting average against the Nationals.
Irvin delivers. Outside, 2-2.
Last year hit .417.
Part of that .322. 18 homers, 75 knocked in. 24 homers in 2023. Drove in 82, but hit only .246. Swinging a foul ball at the plate. A piece of Ruiz. And the count 2-2. I mean, that's a huge jump in batting average. Although in 22 with Toronto, he hit .292. So you can almost say 23 was a fall off in between 2 good years batting average wise. Now Irvin delivers, swing and a fly ball, left field, toward the line, and in comes James Wood. He has a play, and Wood puts it away. 1 down here in the 2nd inning. Our injury report is presented by Innova, the official healthcare provider of the Washington Nationals. We mentioned at the top of the broadcast, Michael Soroka Placed on the injured list this afternoon by the Nationals with a right bicep strain. No updates on Derek Law. Still rehabbing from forearm inflammation. Andres Chaparro, a left oblique strain. Pitch on the way to Eugenio Suarez in for a strike, 0-1. Suarez, 5 home runs and 11 RBIs in 7 games. A double, 6 out of 24 overall. Pitch is low. 1 ball and 1 strike.
So he has 0 singles this year.
All extra base hits. He and Aaron Judge of the Yankees, first 6 hits of the year for extra bases. In a grand slam 2 days ago, swings and lines one to center field. Jacob Young started back, now stops, makes the catch for the out. Young with a play in the top of the first inning, getting an outfield assist after the bobble of the ball hit into center field by Josh Naylor that scored the Diamondbacks run.
Yeah, his outfield assist saved an error because had Naylor been safe at second, it would have been an E8. So he turns a potential negative play on his defensive ledger into a positive one.
Now Gabriel Moreno, the catcher, 6 for 16 in 6 games. Looks to the first pitch in for a strike from Urban. Moreno can really throw from behind the plate. Got him from Toronto. Swinging a foul back behind the plate. On the curveball, it's 0-2. Moreno came in the trade with Lourdes Gurriel Jr. December of 22 from Toronto with Dalton Varsho going the other way. Next pitch, fastball way outside. He didn't chase. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Right-handed hitting Moreno, just 25 years of age, turned 25 on Valentine's Day. Now the pitch, breaking ball in the dirt, 2-2. He had a couple of stays on the injured list last year, a sprained left thumb. He was out from late June, early July, and then a left abductor strain, missed a little over a month from early August to mid-September, so he played in only 97 games. Next pitch, swung on and lifted in the air to center field. Young moving to his right is there. Jacob Young puts it away. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Jake Urban. Middle of the second here in the nation's capital. It's Washington 3, Arizona 1 on the Nationals Baseball Network.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run. And the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next on.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a 1-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
It's a great night for baseball.
This matchup features some of the best talent in the game. A lot of power, a lot of marquee names.
Here we go. Buckle up, folks. There's a guy who wants to be in the spotlight. The bats have come alive. A showstopper. We're just playing Powerball.
This place doesn't know what hit them.
These teams are entertaining, are they not?
The show continues.
Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free. MLB Network Strike Zone, Wednesday and Friday nights all season.
Supply. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
Skip the dog park. Come to Nationals Park this Sunday, April 6th. Your furry friend will get a 320th anniversary bandana, and all proceeds from the dog tickets will be donated to the Humane Rescue Alliance. Fetch your tickets now at nats.com/pubs. As the Nationals come to bat here in the bottom of the second inning, this half inning is brought to you by Safeway. And if a Washington player hits a home run this inning, lucky contestant will win a $100 gift card courtesy of Safeway. Stop in to discover why spring starts at Safeway. Enter to win at thefandc.com. Dylan Cruz leading off in the bottom of the second. First pitch is a fastball over the outside corner, called strike. Dylan batting 7th of the order, followed by Jose Tena in his first start of the year, and Jacob Young, the center fielder. 7, 8, and 9 of the order. Brandon Pfaadt starts the windup. Here's his pitch. Cruz takes, low and outside. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Looking for that elusive first hit of the year. 0 for 18 with a walk. Right-handed hitter deep in the box, slightly open stance. Fought delivers. Swinging a ball hit well to right center field. Back on it, Corbin Carroll. He's there as he backs out of the warning track. He makes the catch for the out. So Cruz gave it a bit of a ride, but in the air long enough for the speedy Carroll to get camped under it, one away. That'll bring up Jose Tena. Dodgers will be here this coming Monday night, Tuesday night, and Wednesday at 4:05, April 7th, 8th, and 9th. Dodgers still unbeaten. See how they do against the Phillies this weekend. Get your seats now at nats.com/tickets. Now the pitch on the way is in there. Called strike to Jose Tena, who is 1 for 2 so far this year. Both of his at-bats have come off the bench. Shortstop way up the middle. Third baseman is up near the edge of the grass in a shortstop position, and a swing and a miss by Tena and a changeup. We've probably seen the most unusual left side of the lineup alignment so far that the Nationals have seen here from the D-backs. Now the third baseman, Suarez, backs way up, and the pitch is too low to the inside. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, for the left-handed hitters, Suarez might as well be a shortstop.
Right.
Because they're just giving up the third base position. Perdomo, the shortstop, is to the middle, so they're very close together.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Fought over the head, starts the wind, the pitch. Lays off low and inside off the glove of the catcher, Moreno. Rolls behind the plate. New ball will be put into play. And shortstop's basically handling the middle of the diamond. And some of the left-handers in the first inning was almost straight up the middle, lined up with the second base bag. When Suarez was shallow, that made him further away from Perdomo. Here's the wind now, the pitch. Swing and a line drive to right field. Coming up is Carroll, and he makes the catch for the out. Hit hard by Tena, but it hung up there, so 2 out and nobody on here in the bottom of inning number 2. Jacob Young will stand in. Young, 1 out of 12 so far, the early part of the year. He's drawn 3 walks. Brandon Pfaadt starts the wind. Now the pitch. And Young looks it over. And this one missed to the outside, ball 1. Third baseman Suarez is way in on the grass. Now the pitch, and Young swings and pops it up foul to the right and out of play. I mentioned Suarez with his extra base hits beginning the day. Tied with the Yankees' Eric Judge for the Major League lead in home runs. But Judge hit another in the 7th inning tonight. Swing and a miss by Jacob Young. And the count 1-2. Tim Meza in the 7th inning in Pittsburgh, his 6th of the year. He's back in front of the Major League lead in home runs. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Fought into the wide, the pitch. Young looks it over and it's low. League leaders presented by PVI Office Furniture. Swing for the fences with PVI Office Furniture. They'll come to you to design your dream workspace. Save 15% on your purchase. PVI, your office, your league leader. Yankees lead that game 9-4 after 8 in Pittsburgh. Now the pitch. Young swings, hits it on the ground. Right at the first baseman. Naylor waves off the pitcher. Fought takes it himself for the out. That retires the side. And so after the Nationals put 3 on the board of the first, they go in order in their half of the second. Through 2 innings in the nation's capital is Washington 3.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a 1-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Off Base is coming in a brand new format. Join Lauren Gardner and Xavier Scruggs as they explore all the baseball buzz across social media, pop culture, and around the majors. The Off Base Podcast, Sundays at 11 a.m. Eastern, only on MLB Network. The MLB Network Podcast is here. Join your favorite on-air personalities for unique perspectives, in-depth interviews, and untold stories from on and off the field. The MLB Network Podcast, presented by New Balance, Sundays at 11:30 Eastern.
This is Next Gen Natitude. Declare your Natitude at nats.com/nextgen.
Gear up for the season in style. Get the largest selection of jerseys, caps, hoodies, t-shirts, and more. Shop now at MLBshop.com. Nationals 3, D-backs 1. We go to the third inning with a special guest in the booth. In with the play-by-play from the Nissan broadcast booth. Here's Dave Jackson.
Charlie pitch to Jake McCarthy is in for a strike, and we're underway in the top of the third. We should be visiting with him in the ninth inning. That's when he does his best work. Chad Cordero,
the Chief.
Here's the wind and the 0-1 pitch from Irvin. Swinging a ground ball back to Jake. He fields it off his left side, underhands to first for the out, retiring McCarthy. Congratulations to you and the 05 Nats. You're going in the Ring of Honor tomorrow, the first team to be honored. So this is like a team reunion, isn't it?
It really is. And thank you for saying that. It is. You know, some of the guys I haven't seen in a while. I haven't seen John in I don't even know how many years.
Patterson.
But I've seen Schneider off and on, Jamie off and on, Ryan obviously whenever I'm over at the field and stuff. But to have us all back in the same building all at one time at the same time, it's a pretty incredible thing.
Gerardo Perdomo takes a strike, and you are the all-time saves leader in Nationals history for now.
For now, not for long.
113. Finnegan got his 89th opening day. Yeah. So he's gaining on you.
I have come to the realization that it's going to be broken this year.
Here's the 0-1. That's outside for a ball. But you had an incredible June in 2005. Every appearance you had in that month, except for one, you got a save. Here's the 1-1. And Perdomo hits a high pop-up on the left side. Into foul ground is Tana. He's got room, and Tana makes the catch for the second out of the inning.
Did Frank Robinson ever think or ask you in that month if he was overworking you, if there was a day you couldn't go? I mean, the team was on an unbelievable roll.
Right. Yep. No, short answer, nope. Never did. He said all he would do is ask me, are you good? Yep. All right. Let's go. Even it didn't matter if it was for an inning, 2 innings, for one batter. If I was good to go, and when he asked me, and I said, yeah, I was going to go in that night. Probably nine times out of 10.
I guarantee you didn't say no, did you?
Oh, heck no, not to Frank. No way.
Exactly.
Frank was scary.
Corbin Carroll taking a ball. 2 outs, nobody on, 3-1 Nationals, and the pitch is a strike over the inside corner.
What's your best memory of 05?
Opening day. Opening day here, not here, but at RFK was my overall best memory of that entire year. Being a part of the atmosphere, seeing the fans, their faces, just seeing how happy they were to finally have baseball back. And then, like we talked about before, Charlie, seeing the stands go up and down that day was
Here's a long
pretty
drive,
fun.
deep right field for Carroll. This is trouble. Way back it goes, and it is gone into the Nationals bullpen. So Corbin Carroll hits his second home run of the season. A line drive over the right field wall cuts the Nationals' lead to 3-2. So Irvin surrendered his second homer of the year there, and Carroll makes it a 1-run game.
Ball's carrying.
Yeah, the Nationals with a couple of homers in the first. He had a ball off the wall in center in the first. Now Carroll hits one into the pen. So you didn't know that the stands moved.
I did not. I did not.
You didn't get that in the exhibition game, right?
No, because I'm pretty sure everybody was frozen to their seats, so nobody was standing up there that day. Yeah, nobody had warned us that the stands did that. And I didn't really watch Redskins games growing up, being from the West Coast and stuff, so had no idea RFK was even capable of doing that. So when I first saw it, I really thought that we were having the big one, or a huge earthquake.
Garrett Hampson, the batter, took a strike and then a ball. It's 1-1. Hampson came in for the injured Ketel Marte, who blew a tire hitting a double in the first inning. Visiting with Chad Cordero, the 05 Nats. Here's the 1-1, and it's fouled out of play to the right. I mean, they played after you guys were on the dugout during your Q&A. They played some of the great moments in the 20 years of the Nationals. And I know you played for a couple other teams at the end of your career, but I mean, you kind of still, I I mean, you kind of live those great moments, even though after you're retired, right?
Oh, of course, yeah. I mean, even though I hadn't played for the Nationals for a long time, I still follow them as much as I could.
And you were telling me a funny story about your mom.
Yes. My mom lives and breathes Nationals baseball. She'll tell me, hey, we won tonight, and I'll have to ask her, who's we? Like, who are you talking about? And so she said, the Nationals.
We are the Nationals.
Yep. So,
the 1-2 to Hampson is outside, 2-2.
Yeah. My dad's a diehard Giants fan, but my mom, Nationals through and through.
She just stayed with it even after you were done. Huh?
Oh yeah, yep. I'm pretty sure she still has her Nationals bumper sticker on her car.
Here's the 2-2. Broken back ground ball, third base line. It's going to be foul, and the count will hold.
Well, we had the Q&A in the dugout before the game. Some of the stuff was, I didn't realize that Brian Schneider the whole time was warming up President Bush and wasn't really part of the introductions. He didn't walk out until it was almost over. He walked out with the president.
Right, yeah. I mean, and I didn't realize that either. And he had told me that like a couple years ago, and I thought that was cool. I mean, yes, you want to be a part of opening day, but like anytime you have a chance to spend time with the president, that's... Who's going to say no to that?
Well, we got to ask Brian who was warming up Levo. He throws 150 pitches in the bullpen. The pitch is, just missed. Breaking ball came in a little high.
Back then, the starting catcher didn't go to the bullpen and be with the pitcher in the pen. Somebody else warmed him up.
Right. Yep.
Because catchers used to catch ceremonial first pitches.
3-2 is low. Hampson draws a walk. So 2-out base runner for Arizona. So you didn't think you were going to get in that first game because Levo was taking a shutout into the ninth.
Yep.
So was that kind of a late get ready or?
Frank had, or who was it? I think Randy St. Clair had called down and said, "Hey, just be ready." So mentally, I was prepared to go in, but I still knew there was a slight chance I wasn't going to go in, but I was ready. And then the minute they called my name, I got really nervous.
There's a strike to Pavin Smith. Like more nervous than your debut, even or?
More nervous than the first time I ever threw a bullpen in front of Frank Robinson.
Okay.
And that was the most nervous I have ever been in my entire life up to that point.
Wow. Here's the 0-1. Smith takes low. Delay steal to second. The throw is not going to be in time. So Hampson did the old, no, they're going to send him back. So interference on the batter because Hampson went through a delayed steal, so inadvertent interference. And this is going to draw an argument from Torey Lovello. That was a shuffle go, not a straight steal, but a delayed steal. And Smith ruled to have interfered inadvertently with Ruiz. If it's an intentional interference, they'll call the runner out. Brian Schneider was telling a funny story about this on the dugout. Frank Robinson was the rules expert. Now, Lavello's coming out to argue this, but umpires didn't like it when Frank came out to argue the rules.
No, because he scared everybody, including the umpires.
Remember the staring contest?
I do, yeah, with Jim Wolf down in Atlanta, I think it was. I mean, who could forget that? I mean, it seemed like it went on for like an hour.
So they sent Hampson back to first.
Nobody liked him.
Here's the set. Urban a long hold, and now fires over to first.
We didn't talk about what happened that first year in Anaheim because Jose Guillen had come from the Angels and he knew about the pitcher, what he was doing maybe with the baseball, and when he told Frank as well, we got to use it. Mm-hmm. They ended up in a dugout clearing altercation.
1-1 is a changeup low. Yeah. I do. By the way, I do want to correct something. Hampson was sent back to first. Ruiz actually hit the mask of the umpire, not the batter. Ruiz on his follow-through hit the umpire was leaning over to call the pitch. Ruiz right hand hit the mask of the umpire, so umpire interference. The reason Hampson sent back. Pitch is low, a delayed steal again. The throw to second this time is. We wait for a call. Safe, apparently. Thank you, Will Little, for signaling nothing. Did I miss a safe call there?
No, that was a delayed.
As delayed as that steal attempt.
Yep. So Ruiz ended up throwing from on both knees there. Got the ball there pretty well.
And that's why they're doing that, because Ruiz is down on the knees, so the delayed steal has worked. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Smith is swinging a miss. Strike two. So the element of surprise was gone because they did it. The runner got sent back on the umpire interference, and they just did it again. So Urban trying to get this out here and hold the lead. Tying run at second for the Diamondbacks. The 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. on a high curveball. Continue our conversation with the Chief, Chad Cordero. After a break, the Diamondbacks get a run on the Carroll homer. Middle of the third. Here from D.C., the Nationals 3 and Arizona 2 on the Nationals Radio Network.
Your old or broken phone can let you down.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Introducing baseball's all-new national pregame show, MLB Tonight, live at 5. Join Greg, Harold, and Dan and a star-studded roster for a preview of all the night's matchups. Get a first look at the lineups.
Everything looks good right now for the Yankees.
First take from the players.
I'm just excited to put any pair of cleats on.
And the first of many breakdowns before the first pitch. A full night of baseball starts at 5. MLB Tonight's national pregame show. Weekdays at 5 Eastern on MLB Network.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
By Citgo. Club Citgo can save you money every day. When you start with Citgo, you're good to go. Nationals lead the Diamondbacks 3-2. And C.J. Abrams will lead off the bottom of the third inning. We're visiting with Chad Cordero from the 2005 Nationals. Abrams homered on the second pitch of the game for his 8th career leadoff home run. The pitch from Brandon Pfaadt. Runs inside, ball 1. Well, Chad, how often do you keep in touch with your 05 teammates?
Every now and then, we'll talk, not as much as I probably like, but I'd say probably a decent amount.
Abrams takes a strike, 1-1. Yeah, Charlie, you said something interesting in the Q&A about how when we see other members of that team who are in the game, the 1-1 is low. Their memories of that season are positive, like that team won a championship. I mean, I don't know if you feel the same way when you connect with guys like that.
Oh my gosh, yeah. You're with a group of guys that that brought back baseball for the first time in a long time to the city. So, just because of that, you have this special bond, and every time we see each other, it's like we're back in 05, hanging out after a game and stuff, or hanging out in the clubhouse, and it's like time hasn't passed at all.
The 2-2, Abrams a swing and a miss on a ball in the dirt, and the tag missed, but Abrams leaves the circle, so he is out. And Brandon Pfaadt has his first strikeout, 1 away in the third.
It's interesting. The Latin players that I've met over the years have been on that team. It's almost as if it meant more to them than the American players. Just the fact that you were part of a team that brought baseball to Washington, D.C., the capital of the United States.
I can definitely see that, because I remember that year they enjoyed themselves, and they had bought into to being in the nation's capital. I think more than anyone really had expected and stuff, and just to kind of see the love they had for the game and the passion they had to bring baseball back. I think it meant a lot to them, and it meant a lot to everybody else too.
James Wood a swing and a miss at the first pitch. He's down 0-1. They set up an outside target. Here's the next one, and it's down and away. And what I'm sure so much time has passed, and obviously the Nationals have had great fan support here. For the guys on your club who played in Montreal, and that was also the time when they were playing some games in Puerto Rico. Here's the 1-1 pitch in there for a strike. To have a home, hey, we have something that's our own. Not like, hey, we're going here half the home games, and no disrespect to people in Montreal are great fans, but the way that franchise was going, there were not great crowds at the end.
Right, yeah. I mean,
and they had you for a month in Puerto Rico, right?
Oh, yeah. We had to play 22 games down in Puerto Rico in 04. And I think they had the same thing in 03. But, when we were down in Puerto Rico, great fan reaction. We love the support, but it didn't feel like we were at home in any way. There was, I think, didn't matter who we were playing against. It felt like it was an away game for us and a home game for the visiting team. So, and even in Montreal, the fans that came out, they were awesome. got to know them and stuff, and they were so nice. They loved the game, but unfortunately, they couldn't make it sustained up there. But coming down here and seeing the support, seeing a packed house pretty much every night. As a young kid, it's a pretty special thing.
$2.6 million came out that year.
2 balls, 2 strikes on Wood after a foul ball. Fought the wind of the pitch, and another foul back. Well, you mentioned the most nervous you were was the bullpen session in front of Frank Robinson. Was that just after you were drafted?
It was right after I was drafted. I remember the Expos were playing at Shea Stadium out in New York, and they said, "Hey, come to Shea Stadium." So my dad was there, both my brothers were there, and they were like, "Hey, you're going to throw a bullpen, and it's going to be in front of everybody." I'm like, "What?"
The 2-2 pitch is chopped past the mound, ranging over Hampson. Backhand pickup through to first, going to be close, and Wood is safe. He also had an infield single and a ground ball up the middle. Pretty good effort by Hampson, but Wood too fast. That'll be his 6th hit of the year.
Yeah. So, I throw the bullpen in front of Frank Robinson. It's in front of Omar Minaya, their GM at the time. All their front office was there. I think Bobby Nader, our bullpen coach, was there. Randy St. Clair was there. And I threw 20 pitches. 19 of them were in the dirt. I threw one ball that reached Nelson Robledo, or a bullpen catcher. And my dad, who's here with me in the booth right now, he overheard Frank Robinson say to, I think it was to Randy St. Clair, he's like, "This is our first round draft pick." So right then and there, I thought my career was over. Little did I know, a month and a half later, I was going to be called up and playing the big leagues. But, I thought my career was done before it even started.
Swing and a miss by Ruiz on the first pitch. 1 on, 1 out. 3-2 Nationals. Fought deals, and he chased one, a swing and a miss on the outside. So, hey, you set the bar low. Now you're the all-time saves leader for the Nationals. I mean, you don't want to show him everything the first day.
Yeah, I want to make sure he knew that, hey, I'm not very good, and then hopefully he didn't have too high of expectations.
Oh, that's funny.
He used you enough times to get 47 saves in 05.
Yes, and my arm paid for it.
Here's the set for Fought, the 0-2. Swing a looper, shallow center, long run in for McCarthy. He's closing, he'll get there. Wood will head back to first. These Diamondbacks can cover some ground in the outfield. So that's the second out of the inning, and we'll bring in Nathaniel Lowe.
Do you remember closing out RFK?
I do. Yep, against the Phillies.
Remember who you struck out?
Jason Worth.
Jason Worth.
Yep, I remember that. I don't know if he ever got a hit off of me, I think. Yeah, I think I got him out almost every single time, but yeah, I remember I struck him out. I think it was just a fastball down the middle, too. I think like I threw everybody else. Fastball probably at 87 or 88.
Invisible,
and somehow he didn't touch it. It was about high probably, and he swung right through it. Thank goodness.
So a bit of a delay here. Fought is having an issue with his PitchCom receiving device. I mean, no one puts down the signals anymore.
No.
Would you call your own game?
Oh yeah, it was simple. I just would have had Snyder put down the fastball on every single pitch, and that would have been it. Never would have had to worry about anything else. That's all I threw at fastballs, anyways. Just
but you moved it around a lot.
Yep. Oh yeah, I went up, down, in and out with my 89 mile per hour fastball. Occasionally I throw a slider, but I probably threw a slider maybe 2% of the time.
Why did it work so well with almost one pitch?
I think it's just because I was able to spot the ball. Because the way I always looked at it, if you throw a fastball up, down, in and out, that's 4 different pitches right there. And so, and the way I always was taught was good pitching will always be good hitting. And if you can spot if you have good control, you can spot it wherever you want to. That's going to be all you need right there.
And that's confidence.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. That's confidence.
And if you're bad,
my stuff is good enough.
And if you're bad, you still get them out 7 out of 10 times, right?
Exactly. Yep. Oh yeah, I'll take that anytime.
Wood at first, 2 down. The pitch to Lowe is a strike over the inside corner. A memorable save you had in June of that year was in Anaheim. Was that the one where you loaded the bases with no outs?
I loaded the bases and I fell on the mound face first. Yep. Oh yeah, I still have the picture of that too. I've been trying to find the video of it, but I can't seem to find it.
That was a 1-0 win on June 15th.
Yep. Loaded the bases with nobody out.
Here's the pitch. Low. So when did the faceplant happen? Was that on the way to the bases loaded, or was that after the bases?
It was on the way. So I remember, I think it was, who was it? I think Darren Erstad lit off with the single, and I was facing Vladdy, and I was scared to death of facing Vladdy. And I remember my foot slipped on the mound. My left leg got caught in the
Wood is taking off. Fought steps off, throws to second, and the tag is in time for the out. Now we got to finish the story fast.
Yeah, so my foot got caught in the dirt, went face first, and I had my glove up over my face, and I was laughing because I was so embarrassed.
And your memory is perfect. You gave up a single to Garrett Anderson, struck out Finley, Molina fly out to center, Dallas McPherson struck out. You got
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a one-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Join us April 4th and 5th for 2 days of celebration with iconic replica giveaways, a chance to meet former Nationals, and exciting surprises as we take a trip down memory lane. Visit Nats.com/Nats20 and join the party.
Fourth inning of Nationals baseball is driven by your Washington area Honda dealers. Now is the great time for a great deal on a new Honda. Visit your local Washington area Honda dealer today. Top of inning 4, Nationals 3, Diamondbacks 2. Josh Naylor leads off, and the pitch to the first baseman is low, ball 1. We continue our visits with members of the 2005 Nationals. They're going to be inducted in the Ring of Honor tomorrow as a team. And we're going to visit with, in this inning, John Patterson. The pitch to Naylor is cued foul off to the left side. John had his career year in 2005. It's great to see you, John. It's been a while.
Thank you. Yes, it has been, and it's wonderful to be here.
He's got his wife and son here for the visit, back in the nation's capital. When's the last time you've been here?
I was here for the All-Star game, 2018.
Yep. A lot of guys came back that year.
We did. Yeah, there were quite a few of us here.
From all different years of Nationals.
Yeah. The Nationals have been really good about bringing us back and allowing us to continue to be part of the organization. And it's always good to see everyone.
2 balls and a strike now on Naylor. Will be followed by Gurriel and Suarez here in the 4th inning. The wind and the 2-1. So in a hard line drive on one hop to first. It's fielded by Lowe up in the midsection. Underhands to Irvin covering for the out.
Did you have a feeling about it watching 2019 in the postseason? Were you rooting for the Nats?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah. And like a lot of my friends that I grew up with are huge Astros fans, and they were like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "No. Like I'm a Washington National. Like that's
nice.
that's where it's at for me."
And
so I was so excited.
You still had the Zim connection at that point?
Yes. Yeah. And I mean, like Chip Hill, was I think he was the bench coach.
Yep.
And so I had a connection to him when I was with Arizona, and we go to Maui for Thanksgiving, and I always see Chip there. So it's fun to see him.
Coaching college baseball now.
Yeah, he's at the University of Arizona now.
Yep. 2-0 the count on Gurriel. He's a dangerous right-handed hitter. The pitch from Irvin is chopped foul off his foot. And you were visiting prior to the game. Our training staff was with you in Arizona.
That's right.
Well, Paul Assard,
yeah,
right?
Paul Assard, Dale Gilbert. Yep. Yeah, so, I mean, baseball's a small world. It really is. You know a few guys, you spend a little bit of time around the game, and you start to really know everyone and see the guys pretty regularly. So it's a very small fraternity.
Now the 2-1 pitch. Just misses outside, ball 3.
But every player says, "Do you miss the game?" No, I missed the camaraderie with the guys. So now you get a full dose of that the next couple of days.
Yeah. I mean, I miss the competition of pitching.
3-1 is lined into right center field for a base hit. They cut off by Cruz in the alley, 1-out single for Gurriel.
But you miss the guys, right? You miss the clubhouse time and just basically being kids, getting paid to play baseball, not having too many worries in the world, you know. And that's easy to take advantage, take for granted. And so now that we're older, Jamie Carroll and I were talking about it, you know, it's like if I could go back, those are kind of the things that I would change. So I would try to enjoy those moments more.
Here is Eugenio Suarez. The pitch is in for a strike, and you never know how long your career is going to be. And unfortunately for you, your career didn't go as long as you wanted because of the injuries.
That's right. You know, I mean, I was on top of the world, and it all got pulled out from underneath me. You know, I had a pretty significant elbow injury, and it was over in a blink of an eye. And I tell people all the time, you know, it just takes one pitch, and that's what happened. You know, you throw one pitch, and it's all over.
1 ball, 1 strike on Suarez. 1 on, 1 out. Fourth inning, visiting with John Patterson from the 2005 Nationals. Irvin deals, and that's low and inside, 2-1.
Your best game as a National actually was in 2006. You remember the one I'm talking about against the Dodgers, I believe?
That was 05. That was 05.
That was 05.
It was 05.
The
13 strikeout game?
Yeah, and then I had one in 06 against the Marlins.
That's what I'm
as well.
It was August 4th, 05, 4-hit complete game shutout, 13 Ks, no walks.
Yeah,
it doesn't get much better than that.
No, it was a really fun night.
Which was the record until some guy, Strasburg.
Yeah, that's right.
He broke your record on his first night in the big leagues.
Yeah. It's a heck of a debut.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Suarez hits a high fly ball foul out of play to left. Yeah, your name was on a graphic on the TV broadcast the other day because Mackenzie Gore struck out 13 on opening day. And it's Scherzer, Strasburg, and then you in third place with the most 13 strikeout games in Nats history because of your 2. So now Gore has 1, so he's gaining on you.
That's right. He's halfway there.
So the other one was April 15th against Miami in 06. Pitch is lifted foul again out of play to the right. 8 innings, 1 run, 1 walk, 13 Ks, and a 2-1 win.
Yeah, that was the last game I pitched that I was healthy.
Wow.
That was it. From that point on, it was just a struggle, and then 2 surgeries, and it was done.
Still 2-2 on Suarez. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. He struck him out with a curveball. So how closely do you follow the game? Is your son a big baseball fan?
Yeah, he's getting into it. He enjoys watching games with me. He really enjoys playing, and he said he wants to be a pitcher. So we'll be working on that over the next year or so. He starts kid pitch next season. And I watch a lot of college baseball at this point, and when I'm watching a major league game, it's a really good pitching matchup is what I'll be looking for.
Tonight, Jake Urban against Brandon Pfaadt. Urban ahead of Moreno 0-1 after a swinging strike. Now the long hold. And the 0-1. Swinging a ground ball to third. Tana scoops it up. He'll throw the short way to second for the force out to end the inning. We'll continue our visit with John Patterson as we go to the bottom of the 4th, celebrating the 2005 Nationals here this weekend. 2025 Nats lead 3-2 here on the Nationals Radio Network.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a 1-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Introducing baseball's all-new national pregame show, MLB Tonight, live at 5. Join Greg, Harold, and Dan and a star-studded roster for a preview of all the night's matchups. Get a first look at the lineups.
Everything looks good right now for the Yankees.
First take from the players.
I'm just excited to put any pair of cleats on.
And the first of many breakdowns before the first pitch. A full night of baseball starts at 5. MLB Tonight's national pregame show. Weekdays at 5 Eastern on MLB Network.
Dealer sets actual prices.
We go to the bottom of the fourth inning, and the Nationals lead the Diamondbacks 3-2 as Brandon Falk completes his warm-up. Heads up, Nats fans, you have 2 chances to snare your James Wood oversized bobblehead Tuesday the 22nd or Wednesday the 23rd as the Nats take on the Orioles. Go to nats.com/bobbles. Dave Jackler, Charlie Slows, and John Patterson here in the Nissan broadcast booth. Nationals lead 3-2 with Nathaniel Lowe leading off. And I want to go back to something you said last half inning, John, that you're searching out a great starting pitching matchup when you're looking for a big league game. Here's the pitch to Lowe. It's in the dirt. I mean, it hasn't been that long since you played, but the role of the starting pitcher has changed significantly in the major leagues. And your manager with the Nationals and the Expos, Frank Robinson, was old school. And he, when you were striking out 13, he let you go 9 innings. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And it's in for a strike, 1-1. And Levo used to throw 140 pitches in a game. And now it's, hey, if you're at 90 pitches in 6 innings, we're going to go get a reliever, someone who's going to come in throwing 1 million.
Yeah, they don't want the hitters to see the pitcher 3 times, right? I think that's where the game has changed a lot from a pitching perspective. And even in college, you see it's even more so. You go to the lineup once, they're already starting to get somebody warming up.
Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swinging a line drive, well hit to right field. Corbin racing back. Carroll on the go, makes the catch. Corbin Carroll runs it down just shy of the warning track. But when you came up and you were a starting pitcher, I'm going to have to face a guy 3 or 4 times. So it's like a different approach now. You don't hold anything back in your first at bat against a guy.
Yeah. No, I mean, you were a starting pitcher because you could go through the lineup 3 times, right? And I'm not real sure that's the standard anymore.
I think for the sake of the game and the pitcher's arms, they need to get back to that.
Yeah. There's a big emphasis on velocity, and the game goes through these transitions. It happens every 10 years or so, and I think you'll see the game change a little bit more back to what it was.
1-0 the count on Luis Garcia, who had a 2-run homer his first time up. Here's Falk's delivery. And Louis takes a strike right down the middle.
Well, we're starting to see pitchers pitch down in the zone again after everything was up, right?
Yeah, isn't that strange? Like, if you threw a ball up in the late 90s, early 2000s, you were in trouble. Yeah,
that was time to come out of the game, right?
Throw the ball above the waist.
Here's a swing and a fly ball, shallow center field, playable for Jake McCarthy. And he's got it for the second out.
That's how they judged you were getting tired, right?
Yeah, that's exactly right. As the ball came up, it's because you were getting tired. Your legs were starting to go off, and that's when they would start to warm somebody up. But we lived just below the knees, just off the corner. We pitched in those lanes.
There's Josh Bell with 2 down, and the delivery from Falk is outside. How much are you looking forward to tomorrow, the ceremony with your 05 team being honored? I know you had to be thrilled to see some of your ex-teammates.
Yeah, it was a great surprise. Going back and thinking about where we were in 05 to sitting here now, and they're going to be honoring that team and putting us on the Ring of Honor. It's kind of shake my head, because it's such an honor. You want to be a part of something, and the Nationals have allowed us that, and that's wonderful.
Here's the pitch to Bell inside, 2-1. I was talking about it with Chad Cordero earlier today. He kind of got emotional about it, thinking about the connection you guys have.
Yeah, we really were a close team, and we had so many characters on that team.
Oh my goodness!
I mean,
Carlos Baerga,
Vinny Castilla, Esteban Loaiza, Levon, Nick Johnson. I mean, you just had these really great personalities that.
Nick could tell a joke, couldn't he?
He could tell a joke. He could tell a story.
Here's a line drive left center field for Bell. This one going to Gurriel, and he will make the catch. Well, John, it's been great to catch up with you. Enjoy the heck out of the rest of the weekend. It's great your family can share it with you. It's been cool to see after all these years. You're looking great.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. I enjoyed
That's
it.
bringing back former players as guest instructors in spring training now. You got to try and get on the list.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco, his 13th, and it's a one-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Can't get enough baseball? Start streaming MLB Network today. Get up to 15 out-of-market games a week live on any device, plus 24/7 access to MLB Network's award-winning shows, including live game look-ins and exclusive player interviews. And hear live radio play-by-play from all 30 clubs with MLB at Bat. Enjoy the home of baseball from virtually anywhere. Plans start as low as $5.99 per month. Sign up now at MLBnetwork.com/stream. Available in the U.S. only. Blackout restriction applies. Visit MLB.com/subscribe for full terms and conditions.
Civic or a 3.99% APR on a 2025 Accord or HRV.
Contact your local Washington area Honda dealer for a great deal today.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic SI and Type R.
5th inning, Nationals 3, Diamondbacks 2. Back in with the play-by-play. Here's Charlie Slows.
All right, thank you very much, David. It is Jake McCarthy standing in for the Diamondbacks against Jake Irvin. Right-handers into the windup. His 71st pitch is swung on and chopped foul over toward the Nationals dugout. McCarthy out on a comebacker. His first time up as we are joined by another member of the 2005 Washington Nationals, former infielder Jamie Carroll, who was an Expo to start his big league career, swinging a ground ball foul outside of first, no play.
Expo's draft pick.
Yes. Played his first 3 years as a Montreal Expo with a few of the guys that are, the guys that are all here came with you from Montreal to Washington.
That's right.
The team came to the
That's
Nationals.
Right. True organizational guys.
No balls and 2 strikes. As Irvin starts the wind, and now the pitch, and it is low. Of course, the Nationals, were having their spring training in Vieira, Florida. We were just talking about that during the break. How about that? That's still home to you. You liked it so much, you made it your permanent home?
That's right. We moved down there in 2005 and shortly got traded after, but yet.
Swinging a ground ball toward the middle. Abrams, the shortstop, backhands to his right and fires across to Nathaniel Lowe. 1 away. Isn't Ryan Church still in that area, too?
Church is still in the area, for sure.
I thought we might see him this weekend, too.
I thought so, too, but there's always something going on.
So do you get together with him? Are you guys buds?
We see him. We see him often, but, when you have kids running around in high school doing a bunch of things, it's hard to connect with a lot of people.
Here is Geraldo Perdomo. The switch-hitting shortstop takes outside, ball 1. Fouled out to the third baseman, Jose Tena, his first time up. Perdomo, with his first home run ever left right-handed, series with the Yankees last night, a grand slam, swinging a line drive that is just fair past Nathaniel Lowe. Karams off the stands, chased down by Dylan Cruz. Perdomo tried for second, and the throw on 2 hops is offline. He dives into second with a 1-out double. And the Diamondbacks have the tying run in scoring position here with 1 out in the top of the 5th. Turning it over to the top of the order now, and Corbin Carroll, who homered to give the Diamondbacks their second run his last time up.
No relation.
No relation.
No relation. Sorry, guys.
I mean, were people trying to do that? Corbin, everywhere you go, when this guy won Rookie of the Year, were you tempted to go, yeah, he's part of the family?
Yeah, I was at Ben Nass quite a bit, but he is not a part of the family.
Pretty exciting player.
Yes, he is. Very fun to watch.
Now the pitch of the way is swung on, hit in the air to deep right again. Cruz back, can only watch, and this one is gone. Goodbye. Into the second deck, above the bullpen. That one into section 239, and Corbin Carroll has himself a 2-home-run game, and a 2-run shot gives the Diamondbacks the lead. It's now Arizona 4 and Washington 3, 414 feet. The estimated distance on that one, a no-doubter.
Maybe bad luck.
It's the name. So, Jamie, you played in the big leagues for 12 years. You had 13 home runs. Power is not. This Carroll has some power, unfortunately. Oh.
Pitch from Irvin now.
Yeah,
this is a strike to the second baseman, Hansen. Garrett Hampson came on for the injured Ketel Marte in the first inning as a pinch runner. Scored that inning, later walked and stole a base. Takes a strike, and it's quickly 0-2.
I loved how you were talking, Jamie, in the Q&A. When you see the 20th anniversary emblem, it makes you think of Frank Robinson.
Yeah, I mean, when I see number 20, and especially in these colors, it's, for me, the very first parts of being in the big leagues were with Frank Robinson. So
next pitch is fouled back. It's still 0-2.
So it was a big part of just getting going in my career. So he's a big part of who I became in this game.
Irvin into the wind. Next offering swung on, line to right center field. Coming over is Cruz. The ball slicing toward him. He makes the catch for the out. And they're a 2 minute away here in the top of inning number 5. Now you had the chance to play for Frank Robinson. Some of the players just 1 year in 05, but you played for him in Montreal. So maybe you weren't as intimidated by him as some others might have been. Because he could be that.
Yeah, he's definitely.
Sometimes he tried to be that.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, it is purposeful. No doubt about it.
Breaking ball low here to Pavin Smith. That one in the dirt. Ball 1.
Yeah, he knew what he was doing. And so once you get the rhythm and rhyme of people and you build a relationship, things open up a little better.
Irvin delivers, and the fastball is low, 2-0. For guys who were intimidated, who on the coaching staff was the guy that kind of, eased things?
Eddie Rodriguez.
Yep. Pitch swung on and fouled away. To the left side, 2-1.
We were still visiting with Eddie last year. Was on the White Sox staff.
Yep.
He was still in the big leagues.
Still going.
He's still around, and but yeah, he was definitely we'd go to him and try to figure out the rhyme or reason.
Swinging a ground ball right side. It's going to get through the hole into right field. A base hit for Pavin Smith. After striking out swinging his first 2 times up, he singles to right. And the Diamondbacks with 3 hits in the inning now and 7 in the game.
Well, how did Frank impact your career?
Well, I think, he's like somebody you don't want to let down. He very passionate about the game, wanted you to play hard, so you wanted to go out and play hard for him. And when you did that, you knew he had your back in situations and put you in situations to succeed. And, I'm grateful to have the time that I had with him.
Now the pitch, swinging a pop-up, shallow left, tainted the third baseman going out toward the line. He's there, and he makes the catch for the out. That'll retire the side. We'll continue our visit with 2005 National Jamie Carroll as we go to the bottom of the 5th. The D-backs score 3 runs on 3 hits and leave a man. Actually, 2 runs on.
It's a great night for baseball.
This matchup features some of the best talent in the game. A lot of power, a lot of marquee names.
Here we go. Buckle up, folks. There's a guy who wants to be in the spotlight. The bats have come alive.
A showstopper.
We're just playing Powerball.
This place doesn't know what hit him.
These teams are entertaining, are they not?
The show continues. Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free. MLB Network Strike Zone, Wednesday and Friday nights all season.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a 1-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Bienvenidos, we make things smarter and more efficient. From helping the VA cut disability exam processing times by half to already being done with this ad. Lidos, making smart smarter.
$5 Tuesdays are here every Tuesday. Get hot dogs, nachos, beer, and more for just $5. Plus, enjoy discounted tickets and parking. Grab your tickets at nats.com/5Tuesdays. Bottom third of the order. Nats now trailing 4-3. Dylan Cruz leading off. First pitch is a fastball fouled straight back. Strike one. He flied to the warning track. Run down by Corbin Carroll in the second. Corbin Carroll giving the Diamondbacks the lead with his second home run of the game in the top of the fifth inning. Now the wind and the pitch by Brandon Pfaadt is outside. 1 ball and 1 strike as we visit with Jamie Carroll. Remember the 2005 inaugural season Washington Nationals. The 2005 team to induct into the Ring of Honor here tomorrow. Pfaadt delivers, pitches inside. 2 balls and a strike. Jamie, we've asked everybody, what do you miss from when it was time to not play anymore? What do you still miss it?
A friend of mine made a good point. I don't miss the circus, but I miss the clowns.
Here's the wind and the pitch. Swing and a foul ball back and out of place. So that means you don't miss the grind, you don't miss the travel, the competition part. If your body can't do it as well anymore, but you miss the guys. You miss the clubhouse, the camaraderie.
100%.
That's where the clowns live, right?
That's where we live. Yep. Definitely.
Here is the wind and the 2-2 pitch inside and low. And every team you play on, because you played more years than just with the Nationals and on the Colorado, Minnesota, every one of those teams is a year that you have camaraderie with guys that you remember. Here's the pitch on the way. Cruz swings and grounds one up the middle. It's into center field. It's a base hit. And so he is off the schneid. The 0 for 19 is over with a bouncing ball up the middle.
Jamie Carroll, good luck charm.
That's right. Turn it around here.
First hit of the year for Dylan Cruz.
Big smile on his face. He had a wry smile on his face when he got robbed the other day by Bo Bichette twice. He's like, what do I have to do to get a hit?
No doubt.
And that one he ski-balled off the mound and out to center field.
Yep, that was a sweeping slider that was left up and almost off the plate. Here now is Jose Tena. Third baseman in on the grass, swinging a dribbler up the first base line. He's going to run past the first baseman Naylor, or tried to, but Naylor dives and tags Tena on the way. Good play by Naylor. Tena's out as Cruz moves to second base. Right now, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Washington Nationals Baseball Network.
WJFK FM and HD1 Manassas and WPGC HD2 Morningside. Sports Radio 106.7 The Fan, an Odyssey Sports station.
Charlie Slows, Dave Jackler with you from the Nissan broadcast booth. Jamie Carroll visiting with us here in the fifth inning. Jacob Young's the batter with 1 out, and Dylan Cruz at second, representing the tying run. And Pfaadt whirls around towards second, but no play on. We haven't asked anybody, former players, Dave. The most obvious thing we always ask everybody who stopped playing a few years ago or even longer than that. Here's the set. And the pitch. It is off the plate away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, they called a strike on the outside corner.
0-1. What's that? What are you doing now?
No. What do you think of the pitch clock?
Oh, I don't mind it. I don't.
Made the game better? He's holding on that answer. Pfaadt delivers. And too low to Young. 1 ball, 1 strike.
He's a radio pro.
I just think that it shows how much wasted time there is. But there are some times where you need some strategy, especially when you get runners on. There's a game within the game there that I still want to appreciate, but I don't mind it overall.
Young standing in with a 1-1 count. Pfaadt delivers. Swing and a pop-up. Shallow right. Moving over is the second baseman Hampson toward the line. Makes the catch. Cruz not far off second. Has to stay there. 2 men away. Free runner at second in extra innings?
No. Play the game.
I'm with you.
Play the game.
I'm with you.
I don't even understand how you score it. If the pitcher loses in the game, is it his run? Is it somebody else's run?
Unearned run. But he gets the loss.
But we're changing it. So let's just play the game.
Yep. Here's C.J. Abrams. It is 8th career leadoff home run tonight. First inning, his 3rd home run in the last 4 games. He struck out in the 3rd. Trying to deliver the tying run here. And the pitch off the plate away. Ball 1 to Abrams with 8 leadoff home runs. He's tied with Lane Thomas for third most. Nationals history, Alfonso Soriano had 9, all in 2006. And Trey Turner, the most with 14. The pitch inside and low. 2 balls and no strikes.
So Jamie played for the Expos, Nationals, the Rockies, went to a World Series with the Rockies, Cleveland, Dodgers, Twins, Royals. Is your who does your family root for?
We are free agents. That's what we claim. We like
2-0 delivery is in there, called strike with a fastball.
So does your son follow players instead of teams?
100%. Yep.
So
Especially that guy on second base.
So he's a Dylan Cruz guy. All right.
Yeah, he was excited to see that hit for sure.
Falk checking the runner. Cruz off second. He holds. He kicks in the 2-1 to Abrams. Swung on and missed. The bat goes sailing out toward Josh Naylor, the first baseman, and lands just in front of him. So the count's 2-2. The ball didn't go anywhere, but the bat went about 110 feet.
So have you been following Cruz since college, his whole career?
We have over the last few years, especially with me getting involved with my brother in the college game. We started really watching it. Man, my son's looking to try to go play some college baseball, and so we're involved in that a lot. So yeah, we obviously know the names.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. And now the pitch. Swing and a foul off to the left and out of play. If you can, tell us about your involvement in the college game.
Well, my brother's been at the University of Evansville, our alma mater, for the last 16 years, and so I've been helping out since I walked away from the pro game and the kids got into high school, and just trying to help out from afar, go visit when I can go visit, and just try to help coach the coaches and the players.
Here's another 2-2, a swing and a miss. And Abrams down on strikes. That will retire the side here in the 5th. So Dylan Cruz, a leadoff single, his first hit of the year, but is left at second. Jamie Carroll, it has been great to visit with you. Enjoy the rest of the time with your former teammates and the celebration tomorrow.
Future in radio, he pauses for the pitches and everything.
Hey,
you ought to think
respect
about
the
this
space.
too.
I respect the space, guys. Thank you so much.
There's more options than you think of.
I appreciate.
Every game night is a chance to go big with MLB Big Inning. Turn on baseball's only nightly show that brings you the biggest plays of the night, live and commercial-free.
Strikes him out.
No one stacks more clutch plays into one live show with up to 4 games on a single screen.
Out of here! He is on fire. It's a walk-off winner.
Change up game night with baseball's biggest game changer, MLB Big Inning, presented by Nissan. Every night, all season long on MLB.tv.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a 1-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Glory, new blood. This is Next Gen Natitude. Declare your natitude at nats.com/nextgen.
We get ready to go to the 6th inning. Nationals are going to the bullpen. Lucas Sims is on a pitch. Jake Irvin, 5 innings, 4 runs, 7 hits, struck out 3, and walked 1, couple of homers, 86 pitches, 57 strikes. It's Arizona 4 and Washington 3. To the 6th inning we go once again. Here's Dave Jagler.
Thank you, Charlie. And Sims facing Lourdes Gurriel Jr. And the first pitch is in for a strike. Hauled in by the catcher, Keibert Ruiz. And we're visiting with the Nationals' original catcher. Caught the first pitch in Nationals history 20 years ago today. Brian Schneider, the 0-1. Low and outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Not your first time in this booth. You were here during the World Series, as I recall.
What a scene that was, too, boy. I had my two boys with me, and it was eye-opening to those kids, I tell you. Now I get to bring my daughter, so she's up here for this trip.
Ground ball to short. Abrams in to field it. Will fire on to first in plenty of time. One away.
Yeah, you told us that night your boys have been to a million games, been in clubhouses and everything. They thought coming up here to see us do this and watch the game was the coolest thing they'd done.
It was perfect timing, too, because they were up here, and Parr was hitting. I think he might be pinch hitting, and they had the baby shark going, and they were like in the background doing it. And it was a perfect time for them to be up here.
Nationals, we should tell you, with the call to the bullpen, brought to you by Main Street Bank. Your local bank local. Put our team in your office. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Sims gets the first out. Now gets to face Suarez. And Eugenio takes the ball high. Well, Brian, that 2019 team won the World Series, but it's the 2005 team that's going to be the first team to go in the Ring of Honor tomorrow. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And it's low 2-0. We've been asking the different guys, what does it mean for you guys to go in as a group to the ring?
Well, obviously it's special because we just came here looking to play baseball, right? We came here from Montreal.
Needed a home.
And we came, and we got here and we were just open with, arms wide. And I tell you, the way they treated us from that very first game to the very last game, they've always been really good to us, and they still are. Seeing people today that have been here for 20 years, stories that come out. And reminisce, but it's special to go up in that Ring of Honor for sure.
Swinging a foul off the catcher Ruiz, and down he goes to a knee. You don't miss that, do you?
I do not. And the best part is he's hurting, right? Yep. Nobody don't come out of the dugout. Nobody wants that trainer or that manager to come out.
But they do come out to stall for you, though.
Yeah. But honestly, watch, they're not going to come out.
Yeah, he caught that one in the lower midsection.
Yeah,
that's
that hurts.
That's the. Yeah.
Nothing feels good about that, but I don't know. It's just one of those things. Then you see a pitcher get hit on the left arm, and 3 people come out and check him out. And I would always go out, and I was bad. I'd always rag him. I'd come out and they'd be like, "Oh, where'd you get hit?" And they show the left forearm. Like, you're not even throwing with that arm. We have 3 people come out here. I just got hit right in the groin, and now you're going to be. No one comes out to see me.
Ruiz is being given time, as much time as he needs. And I think he's good to go now. Only a catcher could analyze it just like that. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Sims trying to put up a 0 here in the 6th inning. Colin Poche, the lefty, up in the Nats' pen. Here's the pitch. Swinging a ground ball, rolled left side. Abrams slides to his right. He'll scoop it up. He'll fire on to first. Chest high to low for the out. So 2 ground balls to short for the first 2 outs. Well, Brian, was the top memory in 05 the home opener for you?
It was. Obviously playing catch with President Bush down in the cages, and I didn't really. They were announcing names, and both teams were lined up on the first and third lines, and all of a sudden we came out. And honestly, I was talking to Charlie earlier. It's just that scene with the RFK and place packed, and I mean, it was an unbelievable moment for me. I'll never forget it. It was very special. But for me, I can put it into a bunch. It was just that whole year, man. Just the first half that we had. We had a bunch of guys that had fun, believed in each other, and when it came down to it, we had an unbelievable season, but people think, oh, it was a great year. It was a great year, but we were very disappointed we didn't make the playoffs. That would have, getting the playoffs that first year, nobody expected you to do anything, that would have been awesome.
The 1-1 pitch is hit in the air to straightaway center, fairly deep. Young drifting back, still drifting to the edge of the warning track, makes the catch. Lucas Sims puts down the side in order. We'll continue our visit with Brian Schneider as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. It is 4-3 Arizona on the Nationals Radio Network.
Sitting in the driver's seat of the all-new Nissan Kicks is like...
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco, his 13th, and it's a 1-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run
the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
James Wood to lead off the bottom of the frame. We're continuing our visit with Brian Schneider. We got to finish, Brian, on the first pitch catching the president. A couple things. First of all, so you weren't warming up Levo.
No.
Because Levo used to throw 1,000 pitches in the bullpen. But back then you didn't warm up the pitcher. Just not that day?
No, we just usually just picked him up on the back end, right before he was finished. Right, let him get his first couple of pitches out of the way, and then I'd catch him at the back end. But I remember that. I think I might have gone out to maybe catch the last couple, but honestly, it's kind of a blur. I don't even remember going out there.
So after catching the one from the president, you don't remember catching Levo?
I don't.
I guess I can get that. Here's the pitch to James Wood. And it's in there for a strike. And I remember there was a story. I mean, the security obviously was going to be incredibly tight. It's a sellout crowd.
Oh, there was.
And the security is really, really tight because the president's going to be there. And the issue was your family going to be there in time to see you catch the pitch? Here's the 0-1. It's high.
They got there just in time because obviously the metal detectors and everything. It's like you said, the security was crazy. It wasn't for us, it was for them. So they got there in time, but I know they were worried for a minute there.
Here's the wind of the 1-1. Wood takes, and it's low, 2-1.
Do you remember catching the first pitch of the game and then the ball's taken out of play?
I do. I remember it was about a foot outside. Strike.
Jim Joyce rang it up.
I loved it.
On Craig Counsell.
I mean, you kind of.
Thank you.
You kind of knew that was going to happen because then I got the ball and threw it off to the side and off to the Hall of Fame it went.
The 2-1 pitch is skied down the left field side, fouling out of play. And Counsell's still upset about that pitch being called a strike.
Last year, I'm doing an interview with Willie Harris for the pregame show talking about his time with the Nationals and, playing in the early years with the Nats. And Counsell just happened to walk into the dugout, was listening. We're done with the interview. He goes, that pitch was a foot outside to start the Nationals' first game.
100%. Counsell was not wrong.
2-2 pitch is in there over the inside corner. Wood is called out on strikes. Going away. So the 05 season, you're there in 06 and 07, and the stadium's about to open in 2008, and you're traded. Not only were you a national, I mean, you were drafted by the Expos. You came to the big leagues in 2000, so that's all you've ever known. How tough was it for you to leave the Nationals organization?
I mean, it was very hard. I mean, counting minor leagues, it was 13 years I was in this organization. That's a long time, and when you're happy, I was happy where I was at. We're opening up a new stadium, and then I kind of got caught off guard, and when I was traded to the Mets, and it's part of baseball. I understand you got to be grown up about it and be mature and take it, but I was getting so close to a lot of those guys on the team, and it was disappointing. But like I said before, it's a good opportunity to play in New York, big in the spotlight, and they had a good team there, and it was good for my career. But at the same time, it's always hard going to a new team.
The pitch to Ruiz is a strike, 1-2 the count with 1 out.
And I was looking forward to opening up this stadium, that's for sure. After playing 3 years in RFK, I was like, yes, we get to go to the new ballpark.
Then you have one more year at our favorite place, Shea Stadium. Oh, we love that place.
Yeah, that and Veteran Stadium, right?
Right. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Fox strikes out Ruiz. He's fanned 3 in a row. 2 down.
As a veteran, that first spring training, 2006, for Ryan Zimmerman, after he came up in 05, you kind of took him under your wing. He roomed with you in spring training. Did you see him becoming what he became?
It's very hard to see that kind of a career in somebody so early, but we lived together for a couple of years in spring training, and you really got to see what he had, obviously, in 06, 07, but I don't think anyone could have predicted what kind of career he had. We all knew he had the talent, he had the tools, but the way he didn't hit home runs in college. He didn't hit them in the first year, and then the way he started coming out swinging, he just became a grown man. He was around guys, he was lifting, eating right, and he just matured and became a grown man, hitting homers and hitting walk-offs, and so happy for him. Because
there's a line drive down the left field line. It's going to slice foul, 0-2.
He's not just a good player. He's just a great guy, great human being, and so happy for him and Heather and the whole Zimmerman family. But I'll tell you what, we had a lot of dinners. We had a lot of time we spent at night together, and got to know him very well.
We had Ian Desmond here on the radio during spring training. What you did for him, he did for countless other guys.
That's the part of baseball I miss. It's the camaraderie. It's the guys together. It's guys that helped you get to where you're at and how they did it, and I just try to pass it on. And I did that with Zim. Yeah, I was tough on him, and I was hard on him at times, but it teaches the young guys how to play the game the right way, how to present themselves in the right manner, and wear the uniform the right way, and do everything. But let me be honest with you, it wasn't very hard with Ryan.
Swinging a long drive right field for Lowe. Way back this one goes, and this game is tied. That's off the facing of the second deck. Nathaniel Lowe with his third of the season, and the Nationals have evened it up. It's the Nats 4, the Diamondbacks 4. That one a line smash out of here in the blink of an eye.
That was an absolute rocket. Banging off one of the Nationals championship billboards there.
You used to hit him like that, right?
Oh, all the time. You know what, Ryan, it's not like I had to do a lot. You know what I mean? He had the makeup from day one. He was very easy to go with and do things. He wasn't one you had to change too much stuff with.
Oh, hanging breaking ball there. He got all of that curveball.
The Diamondbacks just appealed at third base to see if Lowe missed third, but he did not. That was strange. Here's the pitch to Luis Garcia. And a changeup at the knees for a strike, or maybe below the knees, called a strike. What do you think of the automated strike zone coming? They saw in spring training with the challenge.
A lot of people ask me this, and I catch some crap out of it. I'm a fan of it, to be honest with you. Being back there, it was different, a lot more meticulous now. But if it was Helton or Chipper or something, the strike zones were different, and you don't realize it until you're back there catching the ball good or making a good pitch, and you see the strike zones change from player to player. I just think it holds everybody accountable. Everyone's got the same strike zone. You won't see bickering back and forth from the dugout, from the managers, from the coaches, from the players. It's I'm actually okay with it.
So that's kind of like it's not a foul on Michael Jordan, but it is on everybody else, right?
That's it. But it's the truth. I mean, you watch the games in the past, and you see what some of these guys are getting. And,
the 1-2 is grounded up the middle. This one near the bag, fielded by Perdomo. He'll sweep it onto first. Close play. Out is the call. Close. Nationals will say hold on. Potential of a replay challenge. Right now, they will not challenge. So, Brian, that's going to wrap up our time. Enjoy having the 05 team go up in the Ring of Honor tomorrow. It's going to be really cool to see.
The pitch clock shortens our visits.
It does, for sure. I was like, that was the quickest inning I've ever had. I wish I was that quick when we played.
But the tying run across on the low homer. We go to the set.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco, his 13th, and it's a one-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an eighth inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call.
At Leidos, we make things smarter and more efficient. From cutting development time in half on a new class of cruise missile for the DoD to already being done with this ad. Leidos, making smart smarter.
And the Nationals with a call to the bullpen brought to you by Main Street Bank, and they'll go for the left-hander Jose A. Ferrer. Nationals tie it on a home run by Nathaniel Lowe in the sixth inning. The Nationals have hit 3 home runs tonight. Ferrer is going to face McCarthy, Perdomo, and Carroll. Corbin Carroll's been the big thorn in the side tonight with a pair of homers for the D-backs. So Ferrer ready. Lefty to lefty against Jake McCarthy in the pitch. He runs up to bunt, bunts it back to Ferrer. He'll pick this up, he'll throw to first, and it's in time for the out. How do you like that? Jose Ferrer, who suffered the loss in his last appearance in part because he mishandled a bunt. Jake McCarthy is one of the best bunters and fastest men in the league, and he tried to bunt the ball right back to Ferrer, and Ferrer calmly threw him out. That's got to feel real good for Jose.
I mean, McCarthy bunts a lot, but maybe they had a plan after watching video.
Bunt it to Ferrer.
Yep.
And Jose made the play. So maybe they'll have to change their scouting report. So 1 pitch, 1 out for Ferrer. And now we'll face Perdomo, batting right-handed. And the pitch in for a strike. As we mentioned earlier, he hit his first ever right-handed home run last night at Yankee Stadium. It was a grand slam. Ferrer making his 4th appearance. He suffered the loss on Tuesday night. His error led to 2 unearned runs. Lefty with a terrific stuff. The 0-1. A line drive to right, shallow. That's going to fall in for a base hit. Fielded by Cruz on a bounce. So Perdomo has a 2-hit game. A double and now a single. And Corbin Carroll will come to the plate. Talking to folks with the Diamondbacks, Carroll has changed significantly his batting stance, in particular the way he holds his bat. Last year, he would basically lay the bat over his shoulder. Now he's got the bat pointing basically straight up. And that's working for him tonight with his 2 home runs against Jake Irvin. Here's the pitch. Carroll, big swing and a foul off the glove of the catcher. Carroll had a really rough first half last year. And so he made that adjustment in the offseason. Rookie of the Year 2 years ago. Seems to be back to form with that modified batting stance. Ferrer fires. Swinging a foul into the screen as Carroll was a little bit late on the fastball. Four runs, 6 hits for the Nationals. 4 runs, 8 hits for the Diamondbacks. The outfield around to left on the speedy left-handed hitting Carroll. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. That was a slider way off the outside, and Ferrer brings up Corbin Carroll on 3 pitches. That's a huge out, number 2. Catch the Nationals' first postgame concert of the season Friday, May 9th with Rockville, Maryland's very own OAR performing live after the game. 1 ticket, 2 events. Endless fun. Go to nats.com/postgame to get your tickets. Now the pitch to Garrett Hampson is right over the outside part of the plate at 97. Hampson came on in the first inning when Ketel Marte departed with an apparent hamstring injury. Now the 0-1. Outside, Ruiz bluffs a throw to first with Perdomo going back. Veteran right-hander Shelby Miller is up in the D-backs bullpen. Looks like he might be on for the bottom of the 7th. Now the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Ferrer pumps a fastball by him, and it's 1-2.
Second go around with the D-backs for Miller, and the first one was not a good stint.
No, this would be a heck of a comeback story for him. He really bottomed out as a starting pitcher several years back. Here's Ferrer's delivery. Change-up outside, 2-2. Nationals and Diamondbacks, game 1 of 3. Tomorrow it's a 4:05 start. Let's get here early for the pregame festivities of the 05 team going up in the Ring of Honor. The 2-2. Ferrer just a little bit high with a 98-mile-per-hour fastball. So with a full count, Perdomo will get the head start at first. Left-handed hitting Pavin Smith is on deck. Diamondbacks do have a right-handed pinch hitting option in the veteran Randall Grichuk. Perdomo a short lead. He'll be on the move. There he goes. The pitch is swung, looped into shallow right. Could be trouble. It's falling. It's going to dunk in for a hit in front of Cruz. And racing over to third goes Perdomo. He will round third and then hold as the ball lobbed back in. So a little pop fly single to right for Hampson. And the Diamondbacks have runners at the corners. And in fact, they are going to call Smith back as we surmised and go to Randall Grichuk right here. Grichuk so far this season, 3 for 12. And Jim Hickey's going to use a mound visit to go over the plan of attack against Grichuk, who has been pretty good against left-handed pitching at this stage of his career. He used to be an everyday player. Now he's pretty much of a specialist. Last year, he led the major leagues in pinch hits, batting .438 as a pinch hitter, and he had .319 against lefties.
He's got 36 career pinch hits, overall a .315 pinch hit average with 8 doubles, 4 homers, a triple, and 18 RBIs over a bunch of years. So
not bad for the guy who was drafted one spot ahead of Mike Trout. Back when the Angels had back-to-back first-round picks in 2009, they drafted Grichuk first, then Trout. Grichuk's had himself a nice big league career.
He re-signed a $5 million one-year deal this year with Arizona after they didn't pick up his club option last year.
So Ferrer facing Grichuk. You're in a tie game in the 7th. Grichuk in there with the open stance, batting right-handed. Set at the belt. Here it comes. Fastball is a strike over the inside edge at 97, and Grichuk immediately turns and questions the call of the home plate umpire. Outfield around to right, gap in left center. The pitch, same spot, same result, strike 2 at 98. So Ferrer, maybe Jim Hickey told him, hey, pound this guy in with the fastball. That's been the plan of attack on the first 2 pitches.
Able to locate is the key.
And won't leave it over the center. Here's the set, the 0-2. And he goes to the inside corner again, and it just missed. Maybe it was high. Ferrer's a little upset. He thought he had the strike.
It looks like the same pitch 3 times in a row.
Do you show him the changeup down and away or go right back in the kitchen? Runners lead first and third. Perdomo a big lead off third. Here it comes. Swinging a fly ball right field. Long chase going back for Cruz to the warning track. He leaps at the wall and he can't get it. It's off the wall. 2 runs will score. Grichuk in second with a double. Perdomo scores, Hampson behind him, and the Diamondbacks back in front 6-4. He left it over the heart of the plate, and Grichuk hits a fly ball off the right field wall, just eluding the leaping attempt of Dylan Cruz.
Yeah, I like the idea of coming back with the heat.
But he missed
his been on the bench all night.
Missed his location.
Yeah, he didn't come in. He missed, middle to middle away, and that's where he got the extension. Boy, Cruz just barely missed catching that ball, Dave. He made a catch like that in September last year, going back to the warning track and leaping up against the wall. He almost did it again. I mean, you're talking inches, if that.
The ball is carrying tonight, and Ruiz was set up in, and he unfortunately missed outer third of the plate and paid the price. So here is Josh Naylor, the pitch. Left-handed swinger takes a strike, so Ferrer has given up runs in 3 of his 4 outings. And the 0-1. Swinging a line drive right center field. Should be playable for Jacob Young moving in. He is there, and he makes the catch to end the inning. So Randall Grichuk, whose career in the big leagues now is to do damage as a pinch hitter against lefties, did damage as a pinch hitter against a lefty. 7th inning stretch.
It's a great night for baseball.
This matchup features some of the best talent in the game. A lot of power, a lot of marquee names.
Here we go. Buckle up, folks. There's a guy who wants to be in the spotlight. The bats have come alive. A showstopper. We're just playing Powerball.
This place doesn't know what hit him.
These teams are entertaining, are they not?
The show continues. Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free. MLB Network Strike Zone, Wednesday and Friday nights all season.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a 1-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the
Nationals have a 2-run deficit staring them in the face. 6-4 Arizona, bottom of the 7th. Josh Bell will lead off against the new pitcher. Hard-throwing Shelby Miller. Miller back with the Diamondbacks has pitched 3 appearances, 4 hitless innings. 1 walk, 5 Ks. He's been terrific. The pitch. Bell is swing and a miss. Late on a 94-mile-per-hour fastball. Miller came up as a hard-throwing starting pitcher with the St. Louis Cardinals. Then went on to the Atlanta Braves before being traded to Arizona. Here's the pitch. And the splitter is low. 1 ball, 1 strike. But his career really went downward when he was traded prior to the 16 season for Dansby Swanson, who had been the first overall pick, and Ender Inciarte. Here's the 1-1. Swinging, it's fouled back to the left. 1-2. And his time with Arizona did not go well. He went 3-12 in 2016. Was injured in 2017 with Tommy John surgery and ended up moving on after 3 really rough years. The 1-2. Swinging a foul, came up and hit Josh in the batter's box. And Miller's kind of bounced around here the last few seasons. Pitching for the Texas Rangers, the Cubs, the Pirates, the Giants, the Dodgers, last year the Tigers. He was released by the Tigers at the end of last season. He's not on their postseason roster, but he's looked very good in his second go-around in Phoenix. The 1-2, Bell jammed, fouls it back. A reminder, the bottom of the 7th inning is brought to you by Navy Federal Credit Union. For every run scored by the Nats this inning, $500 will be donated to our military kids.
But starting pitching is in the past for him. He's become a reliever.
Next pitch, ground ball to the right side. Second baseman Hampson scoops it up. He'll throw on to first, and Bell is 0 for 3.
Really found the success with it the year he had with the Dodgers at 23. At a 1.71 ERA in 42 innings.
Didn't match that last year. Mentioned the Tigers released him in September rather than have him on the postseason roster. At a 4.53 ERA. 7 blown saves, working mid to late innings. Here's Dylan Cruz. First pitch. Swing and a miss. And a high fastball. Cruz got that elusive first hit after an 0 for 19. Hit a ground ball up the middle. His first at bat, he had flied out on a ball hit well deep to right field. Now the pitch. Swinging a pop-up on the right side. Hampson going out. Carroll racing in. Carroll will call. The right fielder makes the catch toward the line. So 2 outs for Shelby Miller. Celebrate Washington, D.C.'s Japanese culture as we host Japanese Heritage Day against the Dodgers on Monday. Get an exclusive custom-designed giveaway with your ticket when you buy at nats.com/Japanese. Incidentally, the Dodgers are trailing Jesus Luzardo and the Phillies. The Phillies have just added a run. They lead 2-0 over L.A. The undefeated Dodgers trailing in the 7th inning. Here's Jose Tena. Pitch to Jose. He looks it back into the mitt. It's a splitter at the knees for a strike. Tena's first start of the year. He is lined to right, grounded out to first. Eduardo Salazar is up in the Nats bullpen. Here's the 0-1 delivery. A ball outside, 1-1. Nationals scored 3 in the first. Then the offense went quiet for a while. But then they get the low solo homer in the 6th. Arizona pushes 2 across to grab the lead back in the 7th. Next one, right over the heart of the plate for a strike, 1-2. Now the 1-2 pitch. Tena hits a chopper on 2 bounces back to the hill. Miller has it, will underhand to first, and the inning over very quietly. We go to the 8th. Nationals trail 6-4 on the Nationals Radio Network.
Are you ready to hit a...
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a one-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Washington Nationals. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Washington Nationals. I mentioned the Dodgers undefeated. The Braves are winless. The Braves lead the Marlins 3-0. Bottom of the 6th. Spencer Schwellenbach has gone 6 one-hit shutout innings in the Braves home opener. They're in desperate need of a win. Nationals in need of a win as well. They've dropped 3 in a row, and they trail Arizona 6-4 going to the 8th. Salazar, the 4th Nationals pitcher. Jose Ferrer gives up 2 runs on 3 hits with a strikeout in his 7th inning of work. Salazar to face Gurriel, Suarez, and Moreno, a trio of right-handed batters. Back in with the play-by-play from the Nissan broadcast booth. Here's Charlie Slows.
All right, thank you very much, Dave. The 6-year-old Eduardo Salazar making his 4th appearance. No record, ERA of 3. No holds or saves. He has had 4 inherited runners. Swinging a ground ball, chopped right side. Garcia to his left on the outfield grass has it. And the throw on to first, and Lourdes Gurriel Jr. out on 1 pitch to start the 8th inning. 4 inherited runners against Salazar with 3 scoring. So he's the 3rd reliever and 4th pitcher of the night for the Nationals. Eugenio Suarez has lined to center, struck out, and bounced to short. And so he is 0 for 3. One of baseball's hottest hitters in the first week of the season. Was tied with Aaron Judge. As far as the home run lead, pitches a called strike to the outside, 0-1. But Aaron Judge had a home run of the Yankees' 9-4 win in Pittsburgh, his 6th of the year. Max Fried won his first game, swing and a miss. Strike 2. Former Brave went 5 2/3 innings. While Mitch Keller gave up 7 runs on 8 hits in 3 2/3 for the Pirates. Pitch on the way. Suarez lays off, and off speed a slider inside, and it's 1-2. Gabriel Moreno is on deck. Left-hander A.J. Puck is up now in the D-backs bullpen. He's picked up a couple of saves working the 9th inning. Swing and a miss. And Suarez gone quickly on a sweeping slider from the right-hander Salazar. 2 out, nobody on 5 pitches for Salazar. And now Moreno, the catcher, who's flied to center, bounced to 3rd, and flied to Jacob Young on the warning track in right center. So he's 0 for 3. 6 for 19 so far this year. Salazar exclusively out of the stretch, delivers. And a breaking ball. Slider bends in for a strike. 0-1. Nats will have 9-1-2 to bat at the bottom of the 8th inning. Young, Abrams, and Wood. Now the pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. 0-2. So the lefties Abrams and Wood. 2 and 3 to bat in the inning. Torey Lovello opting for the left-hander for the 8th inning. have Abrams, Wood, Ruiz, switch hitter, and then Lowe and Garcia, all lefties. Pitches high. 1-2. I hope they all get to come up. That would be something good's happening.
Yeah, I mean, it's the prime spot to bring in a lefty because the Nationals have a lot of lefty hitters.
Nationals have lefty Colin Poche warming in their pen. Salazar delivers, swing and a miss. He struck him out. A very impressive and quick 1-2-3 inning with 2 strikeouts. We go to the bottom of the 8th here at Nationals Park. The Diamondbacks have the lead. It's Arizona 6 and Washington 4 on the Nationals Baseball Network.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Your day in baseball starts with MLB Central.
Let's get it started.
Lead off your morning with in-depth breakdowns.
Perfect balance. What? Boom.
Interviews with the players.
Get back to the fastballs. I know what that passion feels like.
And a little bit.
Keeping.
You behave properly.
Hey.
Of everything else.
Come on, Marlins.
The window seats are.
The baseball day begins with MLB Central. Weekdays at 10 a.m. Eastern. Only on MLB Network.
If you're not watching this show, you're the problem.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Visit Nats.com/Nats20 and join the party.
We go to the bottom of the 8th inning here in the nation's capital. Nationals trailing the Arizona Diamondbacks by a score of 6-4. And the D-backs will go to the 6'7" left-hander A.J. Puck, native of Minneapolis, Minnesota, and a former Florida Gator. Taking over here in the bottom of the 8th after Shelby Miller earns a hold his first with a 1-2-3 7th. And for A.J. Puck, it is appearance number 4 on the year. No record, 2 saves and 2 tries, no holds. The ERA's at 6. He's given up 2 runs on 3 hits in 3 innings. A couple of homers, struck out 5, and walked 1. He was acquired from the Marlins in late July of 24. Bolster their bullpen. Remember, the Marlins had to begin the year as a starting pitcher last year. First pitch to Jacob Young in for a strike. That lasted all of 4 starts.
Didn't go well, and he got hurt.
Yep. And eventually back into the bullpen for his next 28 appearances for Miami. Pitch on the way. Too low. 1 ball and 1 strike. This ball slider combo. Arizona last year appeared in 30 games, had 7 holds, couple of saves. And now the pitch. Young lays off, and it's inside and low with a slider, 2-1. Looks best years coming up with Oakland. Drafted in 2016, check swing on a pitch in, fouled back, 2-2. He was the 6th pick in the 2016 draft by the A's out of University of Florida. So they were Oakland then. They were Oakland then, so we could say it was Oakland then.
Oakland drafted him, yeah.
Yep. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And now the pitch from Puck. Swinging a slow chopping ground ball, charging up Perdomo. He gloves. He throws in the move. In time for the out. Really good play by Perdomo. Gloved it, had to make a transfer in stride and threw a dart to the first baseman Naylor in time to get Jacob Young. With his speed, that looked like it was going to be, I think, closer than he actually made it. He made that play very, very smoothly.
It's a big league shortstop play.
Absolutely. A lot of times a runner will make you think he was safe. Young absolutely knew he was out. Here's C.J. Abrams. A leadoff homer in the first, his third of the year. Struck out each of his next 2 at-bats and swings and misses. And a 98-mile-an-hour fastball running in, strike 1. Puck can get it to the plate with some velo. Now, turned 29, or actually 30 on April 25th. Swinging a line drive up the middle. Out of the reach of the diving shortstop, Peralta to his left and into center field. So Abrams is 2 for 4. The Nationals will bring the tying run to the plate, trailing 6-4. Perdomo, when Abrams been up, has been playing almost straight up the middle. That one just to the right of second base. He took a step and a dive, but couldn't get it. So Abrams with his speed aboard, 2 steals and 2 tries, and James Wood will be the batter. He has grounded a short, reached on an infield hit up the middle, and struck out looking. Against a tough lefty in Puck, here's the pitch, and he runs it in on Wood, who backs away for ball 1. Now Abrams edging away from first, held by Naylor while off the bag. And the pitch. Low outside with a slider, it's 2-0. Switching in, Keibert Ruiz is on deck. He's got the right-handed hitting batting helmet on right now. D-backs bullpen is quiet. And the pitch. Big swing and a miss at a fastball. 2-1. And the Nationals bullpen. Left-hander Colin Poche throwing. So is right-hander Kyle Finnegan if the Nationals can mount a rally here. Abrams off first. Puck kicks, delivers. Wood takes, low and away, and it's 3-1. Wood represents the tying run at the plate. 6-4 Arizona leading, last of the 8th. Now Puck comes set. He kicks in the 3-1, swing and a miss. 95-mile-an-hour heater right down the heart of the plate. So it's a full count. In the defense, way toward the middle of the left side of the pitch. Wood takes in there, strike 3 called. Fastball, knee-high inside corner. And that's a pitch most left-handed hitters like in their wheelhouse right there.
Wood called out on strikes, 2 at-bats in a row.
Yep. So a big out, the second out of the inning for Puck, and now Keibert Ruiz to the plate representing the tying run. Pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. That ball practically in the dirt.
Practically hit him in the foot.
Put a ball up on the board, but he swung at it. 1-1 is the count. And now the set. The kick and the pitch. Same place, inside and low this time. He laid off that slider. So a count of 1 ball and 1 strike. Ruiz has 2 home runs, 1 from each side of the plate so far. For the season, Nathaniel Lowe has a home run tonight. He's on deck. Here's the pitch. Puck delivers inside with a fastball. And the count is 2-1. Nationals trying to mount a comeback here. Puck comes set. He kicks, he fires, and Ruiz swings at a slider and squibs it foul off to the left of the plate. And the count is even 2-2. Ruiz has only faced Puck 1 other time and grounded out. Hampson, the second baseman, well toward the middle, leaves the right side wide open. Outfield playing him around a bit toward left. Now the 2-2, swing and a grounder, foul outside of third. Went off the tarp roller. Deflect and roll to the ball girl down the the left field line. Two balls and 2 strikes. Puck, first base side of the rubber. Coming set. Tall left-hander fires and Ruiz swings and fouls one that got a piece. Ryan Wills, the home plate umpire, kind of knocked him back. And the catcher, Gabriel Moreno, turned around as if he wanted to catch him from falling over.
He was going to hold him up there when Wills staggered. Wills has all the other umpires coming in, or at least the crew chief is coming in to check on him, as Paul Lessard is as well, the Nationals trainer.
Lance Barksdale, the crew chief,
was definitely staggered, and Wills held on to Moreno for a second, and then Moreno turned around and kind of grabbed him.
So we're giving him a few moments here to make sure he's okay. He's explaining himself to Paul Lessard, who just patted him on the arm, so I think they're convinced he's good to go. But Lance Barksdale is just giving him time here. Ryan Wills towers over Lance Barksdale, doesn't he? He's one of the taller umpires. So he is good to go. And everybody back to their positions. The set of the pitch, swing, a little pop-up foul left side. That's going to go out of play.
And Ruiz swung at a pitch that almost hit him in the leg. This is one of those at bats where Ruiz is quite an expanded swing zone.
Now puck to the belt. Call, I think, over at first base. All right, now everybody resets. And puck is ready. The kick and the pitch. Ruiz swings and he pops it up. Behind the plate, Moreno back onto the warning track, has the play, and he makes the catch for the out. And that will do it for the Nationals in the eighth. A long at bat for Ruiz. Fouled off some pitches that were certainly not strikes. No runs, a one-out single for Abrams. He's left right there at first.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next unforgettable call on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means? Oppo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Oppo Taco. His 13th, and it's a one-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
All the big hits.
At the wall, gone! No doubt about it!
All the great grabs.
Oh, wow! You gotta be kidding me! Put a cape on him!
And all the swagger.
And he does it in grand fashion.
Relive the day's biggest plays all in one lightning-fast hour.
Oh, my goodness! What a show! You better believe it!
Quick Pitch. Late nights and early mornings only on MLB Network.
Discover how at grinwithucd.com. Grin from within. United Concordia Dental. Products underwritten by United Concordia Insurance Company and United Concordia Insurance Company of New York.
Ninth inning here at Nationals Park. Still a two-run lead for Arizona. The strength of a pinch-hit two-run double by Randall Grichuk in the seventh inning. Colin Poche will take over the pitching down for the Nationals. Their fourth reliever, fifth pitcher of the night. Eduardo Salazar had a 1-2-3 inning on 9 pitches in the eighth with 2 strikeouts. And so now Poche is on to make his fourth appearance. And the first man to face him, Jake McCarthy from the left side, a swing and a miss. And a fastball, strike one.
Nationals immediately get Orlando Ribalta up in case the lineup turns over to Hampson and Grichuk, a couple of right-handed hitters.
You have McCarthy, then lefty, switch hitting Perdomo, left-handed hitting Carroll. So maybe just 3 batters here for Poche. The 0-1 pitch, just off the plate away, 1 ball, 1 strike.
And for the D-backs, hard-throwing Justin Martinez, who got himself a nice contract extension. The D-backs have been doling out contract extensions.
Here's the pitch. Fastball is inside. Well, for a while, he's kind of been looked at as future closer material with a fastball that averages 101 miles an hour.
Let's make it a close look at that in the 9th.
And he's only 23. Pitching away, swung on it, and hit in the air. Foul down the left field line, and this is going out of play. Right now, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Nationals Baseball Network.
WJFK FM and HD1 Manassas and WPGC HD2 Morningside. Sports Radio 106.7 The Fan, an Odyssey Sports station.
Poche ready, kicks and delivers just a bit high and all the way to the blue stone wall. McCarthy never moved. The pitch was up and in, but over everything. Full count, 3-2. McCarthy grounding out all 3 times. Last time tried to bunt his way on. Then swings and pops it up. Shallow right. Garcia, the second baseman's out onto the grass. Under it waiting, and one hands it for the out. Tried to bunt on Jose Ferrero, threw him out. So 1 down. And now Ronaldo Perdomo, the shortstop, who's fouled out to third. Double to right. And later scored on the 2-run homer by Corbin Carroll in the 5th. Single to right, later scored on the Grichuk 2-run double in the 7th. So 2 for 3 out of the number 9 spot. Pitch on the way, he's in there, a called strike 1. Perdomo is a young player, just 25 years of age. Next pitch on the way, inside low. 1 ball and 1 strike.
And another player they've locked up.
Yep.
That's one thing they're trying to do. You're contending with the big boys in your division in the National League West, some big spenders. They're trying to sign their young players to contracts before they're free agents.
1-1 is the count. And the pitch taken high.
Perdomo, 4-year extension for $45 million through the 29 season with an option for $30. He signed that in mid-February.
2-1 pitch, swinging a line drive, foul down the left field line, no play. So let's see, that's Marte's the most recent one, right? How many have there been?
Perdomo got 1, Martinez got 1. Carroll signed 1 a couple of years ago. Yeah.
Carroll's
he's locked in for a while.
Was in March of 23. Time called now. He signed 8 years and $111 million through 2030.
Did Moreno get? I think.
Next pitch, too low. Full count, 3-2.
Now, Moreno is not. But I'm sure they'd like to lock him up.
They're taking everybody around 2030, 31, trying to keep this nucleus together. Now the pitch, swinging a line drive, left center field. That's going to be in for a hit. Jacob Young chasing over to left center has it. Big turn. Perdomo will slam the brakes on and hold it first with a 1-out single to left center.
3-hit game for him. Of course, then they signed the big free agent prize as far as pitchers go with Corbin Burns, 6-year, $210 million. The Nationals will see him on Sunday.
Oh yeah, there's that one.
There's that one.
Some bad luck on the one with Jordan Montgomery. He's going to miss the year with Tommy John surgery. Runner goes, pitch outside, and the throw is out off the glove of Abrams into right center field. On his feet, Perdomo, he coasts into third. So the Diamondbacks run on Poche. Perdomo gets his second steal. Abrams had to really reach for the throw by Ruiz as it kind of sailed to the right of second. And so there'll be an error on the play. It's got to be on Ruiz, his first of the year. Infield in now, and the pitch. It is just below the knees, ball 1. Poche comes set. He kicks. He delivers, swinging a pop-up foul off third. Jose Tena gives a look, but this will be backing out of play. Tena getting his first start of the year after Paul DeJong had started the first 6 games at third base. Now Poche coming set, third base side of the slab, delivers. Too low to the outside, 2-1.
The other big one they signed this spring was tonight's starting pitcher, Brandon Fogg. 5 years, $75 million.
They have shelled it out, haven't they?
Yep.
Hold out. Big multi-year contracts. Here's the pitch. And this one's low and outside. 3-1. Pardon me, that's ball 4. That is ball 4. So down to first goes Corbin Carroll, and out of the dugout comes Davey Martinez, and that is going to be it. For Poche, they'll bring in the righty Revolta with runners on first and third and 1 out here in the top of the 9th inning. Nationals trying to stay within range. We'll take a pitching change break here with this call to the bullpen. Brought to you by Main Street Bank. Cheer local, bank local. Arizona 6 and Washington 4 on the Nationals Baseball Network.
Spring is here. Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Apo Taco. Do you know what it means? Apo Taco, a home run hit to the opposite field.
Austin Hayes with an Apo Taco. His 13th, and it's a 1-run game.
Expand your vocabulary by listening to every game on the MLB app and MLB.com.
It's a great night for baseball.
This matchup features some of the best talent in the game. A lot of power, a lot of marquee names.
Here we go. Buckle up, folks. There's a guy who wants to be in the spotlight. The bats have come alive. A showstopper. We're just playing Powerball.
This place doesn't know what hit them.
These teams are entertaining, are they not?
The show continues. Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free. MLB Network Strike Zone, Wednesday and Friday nights all season.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
And join the party.
Tall right-hander Orlando Revolta is on now for the Nationals. 6'8" Revolta. Turned 27 on March the 5th. Native Santa Clara, Cuba. And comes in with runners on first and third, and Garrett Hansen, right-handed hitter, to face him. 2 prior appearances for Revolta. No record, no holds or saves. Given up 4 runs, 2 hits in 4 innings. Struck out 3, walked 3 with a home run. Infield moves in, and the pitch is in there, called strike with a fastball. Lowe is holding against Carroll at first. Tena even with the bag at third. Abrams and Garcia are in maybe a little more than halfway. Now a turn to throw to first. Diving back in is Carroll. There's no tag. Corbin Carroll has yet to steal a base. Revolta's ready. Now the pitch. And he squares to bunt. Pitch outside. Throw to third. They're going to get him, but Tena dropped the ball. Now throw back to first, but nobody was at the bag, and Lowe breaks back to catch it so that ball doesn't go down the right field line. I don't know if Tena had it in the glove.
I think it hit the runner.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, because they had him dead to rights. Yeah, it did. Tena had his glove knocked off by the runner, trying to reach for it, then picked up the ball and threw across the diamond because somebody hit him. Perdomo got that one square in the derriere, as we see it on the replay. So Tena had no chance to catch it. Now the pitch on the way. In there, called strike.
Yeah, that was a safety squeeze. But the way Perdomo was coming down, it was almost like it was a suicide squeeze. He was way down the line, and so he was not going to make it back if the throw didn't hit him.
Yeah, the pitch was low and outside, which almost made it like a pitch out. But then Ruiz's throw was perfectly on line as if he were throwing to the bag. The runner smartly went back in fair territory, and the throw hit him. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Peralta ready. The right-hander holding, kicks and fires in a swing and a pop-up foul. First base side out of play. Count holding, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Now ready again is Peralta. Kicks, delivers, runner goes, swinging a fly ball left field. Toward the line comes Wood. Long run, but he's not going to get there. It's going to land 3 rows into the seats. So Carroll heading back to first base. Nationals out hit 11-7. Came into this game being out hit through their first 6 games, 62-42, outscored 33-21. And after falling behind in the first inning by a run, they scored 3. 2 home runs in the first inning, but couldn't hold their lead. Now throw to first, close play, just back in safely is Carroll, according to Lance Barksdale. The Nats asked for time here to hold it up, see if they want to look at a replay.
He was going, and
no challenge.
Peralta had him leaning, so that's the second pickoff throw. And you can't throw over again because if you don't get him, a run would score on a balk.
Right. So you got to be real conscious of that.
So he's probably going to be running. You almost have to concede the base. You got to go for the strikeout here. You're not going to get the double play.
Peralta's ready. There, Carroll didn't go. Pitches high to the outside.
That was a pitch out. That was a pitch out.
Yep.
So
he's up out of the crouch to the right.
I think that's why Carroll stopped. He anticipated pitch out.
How do you anticipate in this day and age pitch out? Teams almost never do it. I think he'd run now. Dancing off for an early start. He doesn't go. Peralta's pitch swung on. Grounded back to the mound. Peralta looked at second. Throws home. Out is the call at the plate.
That was actually a good play. He wanted to get a double play, but Garcia wasn't at the bag.
Yep, he looked.
Because the infield was in, so he looked at second and still was able to get the speedy Perdomo at the plate. That's a good job by Peralta not to panic.
Made a good play on the comebacker. Was looking at second. Garcia not at the bag and turned and fired to the plate. No challenge by Arizona. Ruiz's tag was up on the thigh.
I don't know why Garcia didn't go to the bag right away, but it turns out they get the out of the plate. They might have had a chance to get the double play, but we'll never know.
So now runners first and second, 2 out. And the batter is Randall Grichuk for the second time. A pinch hit, 2-run double in the 7th, and swings and hits one high in the air to shallow center. Jacob Young moving in under it. He's there, and he makes the catch, and Peralta does a heck of a job to get out of that. No runs in the inning for Arizona. 1 hit, a walk. There was an error, and 2 men are left. So we go to the bottom of the 9th inning here at Nationals Park. Nats are down by 2.
It's a great night for baseball.
This matchup features some of the best talent in the game. A lot of power, a lot of marquee names.
Here we go. Buckle up, folks. There's a guy who wants to be in the spotlight. The bats have come alive. A showstopper. We're just playing Powerball.
This place doesn't know what hit him.
These teams are entertaining, are they not?
The show continues. Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free. MLB Network Strike Zone, Wednesday and Friday nights all season.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy I gave something these people cheer. We all did. I mean, it was a great game. Both teams played incredible. It was a great game.
That's Mike Piazza after he hit an 8th inning go-ahead home run in the first New York Mets home game after 9/11. Hear moments like this and more on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. It's a home run, and the Cardinals have won the game by the score of 3-2 on a home run by the Wizard. Go crazy.
Catch the next
Perfect. Or for your broken phone to glitch at the worst possible time.
Hey, can I get your number?
Trade in your old phone for a brand new iPhone 16 Pro, iPad, and Apple Watch. Visit Verizon.com today. Additional terms apply. Service then required for Apple Watch and iPad.
Bottom of the ninth inning, last chance for the Nationals, and they'll have to do it against a flame-throwing right-hander by the name of Justin Martinez. 23-year-old comes on here to make his fourth appearance of the year for the D-backs. A 1-0 record and a hold. This will be his first save chance. ERA at 0 with 2 2/3 scoreless innings. 2 hits allowed, struck out 5 and walked none. Last year for the D-backs, he appeared in 64 games at a 5-6 record, a 2.48 ERA. 72 2/3 innings were all relief. 59 hits allowed, struck out 91 and walked 36. 221 average against him. Even splits, 221 lefties, 221 righties. And Nathaniel Lowe will be first to face him. Lowe, Garcia, and Bell. 4, 5, and 6. Long ball threats. Nats down 6-4, out hit 11-7. Lowe is single to right center, fly to right, and hit a solo home run. Looks the first pitch over at 100 miles an hour, and the fastball is outside, ball 1. A.J. Puck worked the 8th, 1 hit, 1 strikeout. Earns a hold, the pitch. Over the outside corner at 100 miles an hour. Fastball, 1-1. Martinez ready. And the pitch, Lowe's late and fouls the fastball off to the left side. First time for him facing Justin Martinez.
The Dodgers' undefeated season down to its final out. They entered the ninth inning in Philly down 3-0. Tommy Edman is homer to make it 3-2. Phillies clinging.
Now pitch to Lowe. This low, and it's 2-2. Phillies with.
And if you're a hockey fan, Charlie, Alexander Ovechkin has just scored a power play goal. Wow. His second goal of the night. He is tied Wayne Gretzky.
Now the pitch. Low and away. Ball 3. Everyone in Washington is a hockey fan.
And as he just scored the power play goal, the entire bench emptied and mobbed him like he just won the game.
Wayne Gretzky is on hand with the commissioner, Gary Bettman. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss. Down goes Lowe, 1 away in the ninth inning. And
they just announced it here in the ballpark.
Luis Garcia stands in.
Caps lead by a goal. Maybe they're going to pull the goal later.
Well, whole team's on the ice. Pitches to Garcia is in for a strike, 0-1. 2-run homer in the first, fly to shallow center and bounce to short. And now the pitch on the way. Swinging the slow ground ball to the right side. Up with it is Hampson. And the throw to Naylor at first, 2 away. Garcia 1 for 4, and that leaves it up to former Diamondback Josh Bell. So the record is tied, and Ovi needs one more to become the NHL's all-time leading scorer. Scored from in the left circle, right of the goalie. No shock there. Here's the pitch, and Bell takes a called strike.
Scored a few power play goals from near that spot.
And he's now applauding the crowd at Capital One Arena as they applaud him. He's taking a lap. Now the pitch, and that one is in there, a called strike. I mean, you got to love that it's happening at home.
Yep. Well, that's why you hope it happens tonight.
Yep.
They're on the road. It's Sunday.
They still got 13:47 to go in the game. Gretzky and his wife, Janet Jones. And now the pitch. Inside and low. 1 ball and 2 strikes. I mean, it's like, breaking the home run record. It really is. I mean, Gretzky was so far, you didn't think anyone was going to score this many. Now the pitch. Fastball is inside and low. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
We were there for that. Brian Schneider was the catcher when Barry Bonds broke Henry Aaron's record.
Yep. Mike Bassick in San Francisco. 2-2 delivery. Swung on ground ball toward the hole. It's going to go through past the sliding Hampson into right field. Hampson well out there chasing it. Could not cut it off. And Bell is aboard. See if they run for him here.
He's not the tying run, but you certainly don't want him clogging it up for Cruz, who is very fast. So that'd be the reason maybe to pinch run. But right now they're going to stand pat.
So Dylan Cruz fly to the warning track in right, single to center, and fly to shallow right. He broke up his 0 for 19 with a chopping single up the middle against Brandon Pfaadt in the 5th. Looks this pitch over from Martinez, and it's just low, ball 1 at 101 miles an hour. Boy, they haven't resumed that game yet. Still 13:47 to go. A lot of time left. Could do it with a hat trick. Here's the set and the pitch. Swinging a slow ground ball toward third. Charging in, gloving Suarez. He throws to a stretching Naylor, who has it in time, and the game is over. Good play on both ends as the Diamondbacks, who have been one of the best defensive teams each of the last 2 years, haven't got off to a good start this year defensively. That was a good play by Suarez to end the ball game. So no runs, 1 hit for the Nationals in the 9th. Martinez gets the save, and for him, it is his first of the year. Diamondbacks take game 1, improved to 5-3. Tough start for the Nationals, now falling to 1-6. Back with final totals, and then Craig Heist has the Verizon Nationals postgame show. It's coming up here from Nationals Park. Right now, the final score: the Arizona Diamondbacks 6, the Washington Nationals 4.
Looking for an unbeatable pre, post, or road game destination? X-Golf Nationals Park is the perfect place to play, unwind, and watch the nets. Play 18 holes in as little